Dave. This is Joe.
I listened to that podcast and I was like, I'm with him.
That sounds really cool. And then Chris Humphrey's hard fouls and Kevin Garnett pushes him straight to the third row. Let's go. My name is Dave. This is Joe. Let's go.
This is the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S.N Show.
Joe, you got anything you want to say before you go?
No, we have talked a lot.
We have tons of nothing left in the tank. Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S.N Show. This is episode number 55. God, it goes by so quick. I felt like we were just doing episode 50 5 weeks ago or so.
Willie McGinnis, Junior Seau.
Oh, there you go, number 55.
55.
And who's wearing 55 now? Isn't it? I want to say. No. I want to say it's one of those. God, it's not the kid out of Rutgers.
I should know that.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it Freeney?
That's what I was thinking. Freeney or who's the other kid that are high on the middle linebacker? You like him, Joe?
Landon
Roberts.
He's 52.
Is he 52?
Is his name Landon Roberts or E. Landon?
I call him. There's an E there.
It's before. It's right.
It's before. Yeah.
I think his name's Landon.
Landon Roberts. That's what I call him. I don't care. I don't know if he cares.
I would imagine that's it, right? Can't imagine there's just an E there for no reason.
I think he cares that I call him Landon. That's
you call him Landon.
I call him Landon.
Yeah, Landon. I think that's
Aladdin.
I'm going to call him Lando.
I'm
going to call him Lando.
You call him Lando. I'll call him Aladdin and be wrong, and you can call him Landon.
Yeah, and he'll like me the most.
Yeah, right. Because that's my name.
I'm comparing him to a Star Wars character.
Didn't know that.
Lando.
Never seen a Star Wars movie in my life.
He's also one of the most pimp characters of Star Wars. So
he's one of the what?
Most pimp characters.
Oh, pimp. Ooh.
Yes, and I say that.
Never seen a Star Wars movie ever?
Never.
Because that's Billy D. Williams.
I've heard.
You know who that is, right?
Through the
he used to be the guy that was the Colt 45.
Colt 45 and 2
No, not that song.
Oh, baby, that's
no, this is 70s and 80s, Dave.
No, he used to actually advertise for Colt 45, like the malt liquor.
While he was doing that movie, he was the Colt 45 guy.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a slick dude.
Must be.
He is.
So, I swear we talk Boston sports. I promise we do that.
We were talking about a name.
We're talking about Landon Roberts, Patriots
Lando.
great. Is it Derek Lee? Or not Derek Lee? Lee, the kid? The new one that they got from the Bills practice squad?
Yeah.
He might wear 55.
Yeah, he is 55.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening.
We figured out
the
show. We figured out number 55's name.
That's it. That's all we do. We do episodes now.
Episode 55. Who is number 55?
And then that's it.
Yeah.
That's a whole new podcast series I'm going to start. That sounds great. Episode number 1. Who's the best number ones in Boston sports?
The history of number 1.
Oh boy! All right. So
that would actually probably be a pretty cool.
That's a really cool show.
Series.
Yeah. That's. Look out for that. I have a lot of time on my hands now.
Let's copyright that.
that might
delete that portion right there so no one can steal that idea. Just like go through the history of
I got plenty of projects.
Jerseys,
on deck.
jersey numbers, and the history of it.
Right.
For all 4 teams.
Yeah, that's a great
That's
a great deal. Yeah. Well,
that is
maybe Dave Speaks gets pushed to the side and that's it.
Yep. Well, you can only go to 90. Well, no, 00.
00. Fucking 00.
The worst numbers ever.
Well, you started 00.
When it's not a real number.
You started 00.
You started 00.
When it's not a real number, it doesn't apply.
Ask the chief. It's retired.
Yeah. Have you looked up him?
No.
Looked up his personal life?
Doesn't mean he's
Aaron
not
with
part
the
of
personal life
Big Three.
on the list.
Oh, no. Respect, once again,
Yeah,
I respect
the game.
most people's game. I just think as human beings, not the greatest. There's a reason why they don't really reference, like, obviously Russell comes back and everything. Parrish never comes back.
Yeah.
McHale,
it's because he's dead,
Bird.
Aaron.
No, he's not. That's the point. That's what I'm saying, man.
00.
Let's start that rumor. Robert Parrish died 6 years ago.
He's just...
He's been dead for 6 seasons.
He died 00 ago.
He died 00 years ago. So we got a playoff game. It doesn't feel like it, right? I mean, we had a week off.
It feels like a second bye week.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying that to like shit on the Titans.
I am saying it to shit on the Titans. I'm saying it to shit on the Titans.
I don't care. I don't care about this. This is really weird. Like, and also, I'm really out of my element because I typically have watched like 15 hype videos by now, And I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking ready.
I don't know. Did you watch that trailer for Tom Brady's
have not stopped coming.
documentary?
I have came just
Tom Brady hit you with two things like back to back. The
Patriots born.
I am the warrior.
Right. I am the storm.
I am the storm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
if
you're going to compete against me, you better be willing to give up your life because I'm giving up mine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's not safe. Like, that's NSFW because I can't.
I feel like that's you though.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, right. That's my role model. So yeah,
no,
it's not
just Dave.
No, that's how you are.
It's not just Dave. When that Tom Brady, Brady pull me closer, super. I cried. I would cry at that song. Why? It would bring tears to my eye. Why? I was so excited for the Super Bowl. It would make me cry when that song came out.
That's intense. That's intense. That's a legitimate love affair.
My love for that man and this team.
I like that bit. A song parody. Hey, speaking of song parody, real quick, off the rails. We gotta get on track here soon. But thought of a really funny song parody about a mom that gave her kid up for adoption, and then from the eyes of
not very funny topic.
You hold on. You wait. From the eyes of the adopted child, you could do the Gautier parody and be like, "Now you're just some mommy that I used to know."
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Some mommy.
Okay.
All right, you sold me. You sold me on that part.
Yeah.
So we're playing the Tennessee Titans this week.
I need the trash closer to me.
I think Kobe's not going to make it. No, not even Kobe. That's more like
Tatum!
No. I was going to say that's more like.
Did you make it?
I think I made it.
That's more like.
Well, you said Tatum. That's why.
Steve Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
Yeah, when pregame, just throwing it from the.
Straight
I
want
to start that. We should start referring to him as Steve Curry.
just Steve. It's like, do you mean Steve Kerr?
No.
Or did you
Steve
mean
Curry.
Steph Curry?
No,
Steve Curry.
nope. Ever since
Steve
those,
Curry.
when he dropped the Curry twos, he became Steve Curry. The Nurse Currys, he became Steve Curry. He was Steph Curry up until the Curry twos came out, and then he was Steve Curry.
Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
Okay, so does Mariota have another
trick up his sleeve?
No, not even a trick. Does he have another horseshoe up his ass?
Yeah.
Just of pure luck. Has a completion to himself for 6 yards for a touchdown to win the game.
It's so funny.
That's incredible.
Going into this game, going into the first round of the playoffs, I was like, the Titans are the worst team in the playoffs. In my opinion, I thought the Bills were better than them.
I agreed, yeah.
Their defense is better, and their offenses are probably similar. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Bills lose, which I expected.
The Bills are better coached, too.
Yeah.
So,
And then the Titans, because they were going to fire Malarkey if he didn't win.
Right, which is a wild situation.
So they win. I'm like, oh, this is great. The Pats get, and I thought it was like unanimous. Like the Titans are the worst team in the playoffs. Like I thought, throughout the league, throughout all and the NFL fan bases, besides the Titans, obviously, thought that the Titans were the worst team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And watching Patriots haters try and do this like mental jujitsu to talk themselves into the fact that the Titans can win this game, is amazing. They're like, you didn't see what Derrick Henry did last week? He's going to run all over the Pats. It's like, it's hard to keep running when you're down 45 at halftime.
It's true. He's 6'3", 6'4",
He's
240 pounds.
He's a monster.
He's as big as half of his offensive lineman. When he stands next to his offensive lineman, he's the same. They're eye level. He ran 20. He had 23 carries for 156 yards, a touchdown, and he also had 2 catches for 35 yards. That's 17.5 average on catches and 6.8 average on running.
This is my problem. This is my problem with the Derrick Henry.
And he's a
thing,
rookie out of Alabama.
His second year.
Oh, is he second year?
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is my problem with Derrick Henry, though. Everyone is going to focus on what he did against the Chiefs because it was his most recent thing. He has just as many games this year where he had like 13 carries for 13 yards.
Right.
He was also coming in as a backup.
He was splitting time, but he has games where he started and didn't play well. Like, he's on and off.
Yeah.
He had a great game against the Chiefs. It's really hard to run the ball when you're down a ton. And the Chiefs stop scoring, so then you can keep doing that.
Now,
the Pats are not going to stop scoring.
No, but at the same time, if you get the ball at kickoff, you get the ball, you decide, you know what, I'm taking it. And you run the ball the first quarter, you run out half of the first quarter on your first drive. You just
You better score.
No, I'm just saying.
You better score a touchdown.
Okay, but we say that about the Patriots, and they kick a field goal on their first fucking drive all the time. So what I'm saying is, and I understand they can't score as fast because they don't have. I don't feel that they have as fast of an offense.
I just don't think the Titans will keep up with them unless they can convert those into touchdowns. You can hold on to the ball as long as you want, but you better score a touchdown.
What I'm saying is, if you essentially keep Brady off the field as much as you can.
I like the idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can run the ball, obviously.
Ball control, keep Brady off the field.
In your defense, and this is the thing that, like, I'm not going to say, like, everybody's looking over. Logan Ryan, like, he played how many seasons with New England? He practiced against Brady all the time. Not to say he knows his tails, but he knows what Tom Brady does.
Yeah, that's awesome, except they just won't throw at him.
So then you're taking one of your receivers just out of the game.
Yeah, this is why I don't think it'll even be close. The Titans ranked 27th in the NFL against the tight end.
Okay.
Guarding the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
So Gronk, they're going to have to figure something out.
So
they already showed that they're not good at covering the tight end.
So they double Gronk, and then
all right, but now you're putting two people on one guy.
Yeah, but you already said you're not throwing at Logan Ryan.
Well, this is the other thing, though. So they're 27th in the NFL against the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
They're 30th in pass defense against the running back.
Okay.
So you can double Gronk,
mm-hmm.
but now you're going to have a linebacker single cover on a running back, and you can't cover.
I'm just saying, so they're not the team that I'm not going to overlook them and look forward to next week.
I don't think obviously, if Bill Belichick was here, he'd say you can't do that.
Right? Yeah.
No, but that's the point. Like, as fans, we're all like,
that's why they play.
The Titans suck.
I overlooked the Jets, though. Like,
no, I'm just saying they're one of those teams that, like, they're in the playoffs for a reason.
Right, yeah.
As much as they kind
won
of
a game.
Yeah,
they won a playoff game, and
they beat the Chiefs in Kansas City.
In my opinion, though, this is the perfect scenario for the Patriots. The way the AFC picture worked out, perfect scenario.
You what, with the Steelers or Jags?
With the Steelers versus the Jags. Now,
I thought you meant going forward.
No.
You mean
the Pats get the Titans.
Yeah, right.
And then the Steelers and the Jags have to just fucking kick the shit out of each other in the first round, and then come to New England. So
yeah, no, I'm not. If you ask me who I'm most worried about, it's the Jags for the simple fact that they have a good defense.
Or in the AFC.
And I think because Pittsburgh lost Antonio Brown,
is he coming back? Is there any word?
He's
on
back.
That?
He's 100%. I heard.
Yeah, but I don't buy that he's 100. I can see.
I heard that he's 100%. The report is that he's 100%.
Yeah, but I
think that they're going to say.
I think that also came from Antonio Brown. Like, I'm 100%.
Yeah. I mean, all players as
Cam
long
Newton
as
got poked in the eye. I mean, obviously they're going to say they're fine.
Yeah.
Cam Newton
Kelsey
couldn't make it off the field because he got poked in the eye. He didn't know where he was.
Right. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What's crazy to me is he got knocked out of that game. Didn't somebody in another game get knocked out?
Travis Kelsey.
No.
Game.
No. The Bills.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor got knocked out of the game.
Yeah. I mean, Travis Kelsey was completely out.
Yeah.
Tyrod
Taylor was too.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor and Cam Newton had concussions and came back in the game.
Yeah.
No, Taylor didn't.
I thought he did. No. Yeah, but it was at the end of the game.
Yeah, they kept him out of the game.
Yeah.
But what's his name? Yeah, I can't believe they've let Newton back in.
In the NFL in the playoffs, you have to come back in.
I understand that.
You can't
but the NFL. You can't as the NFL. Yeah, you can't say the NFL is about concussion protocol.
I'm not saying that for the NFL's sake. I'm saying that as a player,
as a team,
as a teammate.
Yeah.
You come back in the
game.
You got to
be there, right?
Yeah, I get it.
My dad looked at me when Cam Newton went off the field, and he's like, he can't go off the field. It's the playoffs. You have to go back in the game.
Yeah. No, I know. I dig it. Like the competitive side.
He went back under the tent. He took one of those shakes that Brady takes. And the concussion went away.
I'm also one of those people who I think if starting now, since that the head trauma thing is out there now, all these players in college, all these players in high school, they know about CTE, they know about head trauma. Right. At this point, if you want to go back in the game after you get a concussion,
it's on you.
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah,
it's on you. At this point, it's on you.
You know essentially know all the results. They made a fucking movie about concussions in the NFL.
And which buried the league.
Yeah.
It made the league look so bad.
But here's the funny thing. I didn't watch it.
I never saw it either.
I haven't seen it.
Not to say like it's a bad movie or Will Smith's a bad
Tell
actor.
the truth.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
I've watched documentaries with that guy that he plays in it.
Tell the truth.
He is annoying as a human being.
My dad watched it and he told me it's a really good movie.
I'm sure.
It's really good. I haven't seen it yet.
I just have no use to because I've watched documentaries on it.
Yeah.
That they've already done about the NFL concussion protocol. Anyway, Tennessee, I'm not afraid of them, but I think for
That's
you...
where I'm at, too. I dig what you're saying.
All right, you're saying that, Branch is healthy.
Yeah.
Van Noy's healthy. So that's going to help your run stopping ability.
Yeah.
But to say, like we just said about Antonio Brown, they say they're healthy.
Right. I got to believe Hogan is.
I feel like Malcolm Mitchell's got to be.
Now, what's the word
Motherfucker
on
has
him?
not.
Is
He's
there-
practicing. He's
I heard he was supposed to play in the Jets game, and they held him out just as a precaution.
for another week, just so he could rest.
That's what I heard, too. But then I read some stupid, shitty article that like Malcolm Mitchell's actually been shut down for the playoffs.
No,
I
I saw a thing
fuck.
today that he was practicing. So was Hogan.
Yeah.
Him and
No,
Hogan.
I saw that he was practicing,
Yeah.
but then they said despite him practicing, he shut down. And I'm not saying that that's true, but then it just made me feel like I don't know what's real anymore. Like I don't know who's lying here.
I mean, I don't think.
I'm interested to see if he plays. That's true.
I don't think they need him.
No, but
They've made it this so far in this season without him that he might.
But he'll help a lot. Like
but
you
I
said.
think if, like we always talk about how somehow Danny Amendola comes up with that crazy catch, Danny Amendola gets dinged up throughout a game. Those games that he makes the crazy catch, he usually gets knocked out of it halfway through the game and then comes back the last quarter and like makes that crazy catch. Mm-hmm. He gets knocked out of the game. Mitchell, here you go. Fill that spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't have to make one of the other receivers that's not that good at it play that spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, what's his name? Landry that they got from Indianapolis. He hasn't done much. Dorsett.
And
Sorry.
Britt. Yeah, Dorsett and Britt.
He hasn't done much. And Britt, like,
He hasn't even been there.
he's not been there long enough for really to develop anything.
I think we talked about it before that I really see him as like Michael Floyd. Like probably won't be activated for the Super Bowl if
Britt?
they're there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like made a play here and there. You know what I mean? Like,
who knows? Maybe he's come a long way in the 2 weeks we haven't seen him.
Right. I think this week will be a telling week for how he'll do in the coming weeks. If he's not a big
The
part
big
of that
other
game
one
plan,
is
then-
Rex Burkhead is back.
Now he's listed as questionable.
I think he's back.
He's
though.
back though. Yeah.
I think if
I think most of their dinged up guys are back.
Yeah.
well, I was
Except for
gonna
the
say,
linemen. The
they got-
linemen are shut down.
Yeah. Which is that Cannon's one of them or no?
Cannon's
He's
shut
done.
down.
Jesus.
So here's the word on Malcolm Mitchell. The wideout is still on injured reserve, so he's not listed on the Patriots' injury report ahead of Saturday's playoff game against the Titans. Mitchell can be activated to the team's 53-man roster at any time up until Wednesday, but we'd be surprised if that occurs in advance of this weekend's divisional round playoff tilt. So
It's Thursday.
He's practicing, right?
So,
But he's not off. He's not marked back yet,
so he can't play.
so he can't play this week.
Does that mean he can't play for the playoffs?
No, it just means he can't play this week.
Was the Wednesday the cutoff for the playoffs or just for this week?
The wideout is still on IR. He's not listed on the Patriots injury report. Mitchell can be activated to the team's 53-man roster anytime up until Wednesday. So, yeah, to the 53-man roster, which I guess would be for the game, right?
I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to carry 53 guys into
Right,
the
for
game.
Yeah. I would assume so. And that was the latest update on NFL.com about him. And that was today at 3:56 p.m. So he is practicing, but I don't think he's activated for the game. But I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know what that means. Maybe next week.
Maybe Belichick's like, why play him if
Yeah, right.
if we don't think we really need him?
And
And
if you do it next week, if he returned to practice this week,
yeah,
then let him practice for the week and then return him next week. You know what I mean? Like then, if they can, if I'm reading that right, then
I feel like he's been practicing.
I think he
kinda
was
on and
practicing
off.
before the Jets game too.
yeah, and then he stopped again because it shows here like on Wednesday misses another practice. So it's kind of like he did practice, didn't practice, didn't. So it's kind of like a back and forth with him. But today was the first day that he returned to practice. So that's where we're at with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm Mitchell news. Breaking news. Yeah, I don't care about this game. Of course, I want the Patriots to win.
They're favored by 13.5
13.5, don't love that. Don't love
Vegas
that.
is usually spot on though.
Yeah, except for like when they were 17.5 point favorites to the Giants. And you know what I mean? Like a lot of those big double-digit lines, I don't like. The Patriots are not great at covering double-digit lines. They're good at winning those games typically, but not covering. So
I don't know.
I don't need them to cover. I just need them to win.
It's also Dick LeBeau is still the defensive coordinator, and Brady's record against Dick LeBeau is unreal.
Yeah. So I know you have a diatribe you want to go on about Colin Cowherd.
Fucking Colin Cowherd.
I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to take my headphones off. I'm going to hit the restroom, and you do your thing.
Fucking Colin Cowherd. So, I've been listening to a lot of Colin Cowherd lately.
So, just so I get it right, I'm pretty sure I know who he is. I don't want to sound stupid, but I just get to the point where I just stop listening to half these guys. Is he the one that used to be on
ESPN?
Yeah, but he used to be on, what's that show, with Michelle Beadle, right? He used to be on that show with her that they did in the afternoons, and then
maybe
Marcellus Wiley or whatever took over.
Oh, is that Colin Cowherd?
It used to be, I thought.
He's on Fox Sports 1 now.
Yeah, he's the one that did the interview with...
He has The Herd.
Yeah, he did... Is he the one that did the interview with the Ball father?
He did the interview with LeVar Ball, and he told the girl to stay in her lane?
Yes.
That was on Colin Cowherd.
Okay, show. I know who that is. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I hate him. I think he's fucking annoying as shit.
So, I've been listening to his podcast.
Okay.
It's just his radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Which is aired on Fox Sports 1, like television, too. But it's just, like, the audio from his radio
that's
show.
where LeVar Ball's interview was.
On his, like, I've been listening to it in podcast form, like, later in the day after it comes out. And he is so... He calls himself a Patriots homer. But some of the things he said since I've been listening, that he 100% believes the ESPN story. That Drew Brees right now is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. And that the Pats aren't going to win a Super Bowl this year. Those are his three
So who
things.
does he think's going to win?
He didn't say who he thinks is going to win. I know he thinks the Vikings are the best team left in the
So that's bullshit. How do you say the Patriots aren't going to win, but you can't say who's going to win?
I know he says the Vikings are the best team left, and that he likes the Saints too. That makes no sense. My thing is, he's like, the Pats aren't going to win a Super Bowl because they have no pass rush.
Okay.
The Pats won a Super Bowl last year without a pass rush.
Yeah. And this year, we signed James Harrison.
And I think their pass rush is sneaky, not as bad as people say it is. Especially the last couple games going into the playoffs, their pass rushes looked way better than it was early in the year when the defense was awful.
By the way, I'm back.
Yeah.
So he was like, the Pats won't win a Super Bowl this year. He didn't say, like, I don't think they will. He just said they won't. So, like, he's going all in. Pats won't win a Super Bowl this year. My thing is...
Oh, yeah, and who the scapegoat's going to be, too. You heard that?
Alex Guerrero. Yeah.
Fucking dink.
But the thing is, so he's going to try and tell me that the Pats won't be the favorite in every game they play?
Right.
Because now you're saying they won't win a Super Bowl. So do you think they're going to beat the Titans? He thinks they're going to beat the Titans. So you think they're going to beat the Titans. So you're going to pick the Steelers over the Pats after the Pats beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh?
Right. Now they got to play at home.
Now they got to play in New England? And you're still going to pick the Steelers?
That's foolish.
You know the Pats are going to be the favorite. The Pats are going to be the favorite against Blake Bortles and the Jags. And if they go to the Super Bowl, it doesn't really matter who makes it from the NFC. I'm going to bet that the Pats are the favorite in the Super Bowl.
That's probably true.
How does Vegas...
Unless it's Minnesota with a home game.
Oh, yeah, because they get 3.
Yeah, right. You get 3 points right there.
But then he said Drew Brees is right now a better quarterback than Tom Brady after Tom Brady had a season this year where he's better in every statistical category than Drew Brees. And the thing that Drew Brees always has over Tom Brady is he's always been like the best volume passer in the NFL.
Right.
Like he has a ton of yards, career yardage.
Brees, right?
Brees, yeah. And he has a ton of like 5,000 yard seasons and consecutive 4,000 yard seasons, consecutive 5,000 yard seasons. This year he threw for less yards than Tom Brady.
Right.
Tom Brady led the league in yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So the one thing that Drew Brees always does better than Tom Brady,
right?
This year, the year that Drew Brees is better than Tom Brady in, he did it worse than Tom Brady.
Right.
What was Tom Brady's QB quarterback rating?
I think it was like 90.
What was he ranked? 1 or 2?
He's like in the top 3.
Yeah.
He's in the top 3. So I think it was Alex Smith because he never throws picks.
Yeah.
Wentz still had a high 1, and then I think Brady.
And it was better than Breeze. He had a better quarterback rating, better touchdown interception ratio, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Better, more yards. Where is Drew Brees a better quarterback right now than Tom Brady?
That's the $1 million question.
And he just believes the ESPN report. Just took it wholehearted.
Yeah. And there's so many holes in that fucking report, by the way. I know we don't know much about it.
And that's all right. So I did this whole rant about Colin Cowherd. I forgot the one thing that most annoys me about him. The ESPN report hit. And this is his thing with the ESPN report. Well, I knew that Bill Belichick was pissed off because he traded away his 2 quarterbacks for nothing. Right. When has he ever done that? So the ESPN report comes out and it says that 2 weeks before the trade deadline, Belichick and Kraft sat down and they had a very long discussion about the QB situation. Mm-hmm. And then they come out of it and they trade Jimmy Garoppolo for a second-round pick at the trade deadline, and they trade Jacoby Brissett for a washed-up receiver. And I'm like, Colin, your fucking timeline is off. They traded Jacoby Brissett at the start of the year.
Right.
So if the discussion about the quarterback situation happened 2 weeks before the trade deadline, he didn't get pissed off at Robert Kraft and throw away his future because he already traded one of those quarterbacks 2 weeks before they had that or months before they had that discussion.
Right. That's the only concerning thing about it is you trade away one quarterback, then you traded away your other backup that basically everyone is committed to. This guy might be the next great quarterback.
Listen, and this is the thing.
And you traded him away, and then you re-signed some fucking quarterback that I don't care what anybody says. If Tom Brady gets hurt tomorrow,
Hoyer's winning the ball.
He is not winning a fucking thing. That guy is horrible.
I don't think he's horrible.
I don't think he's a good backup.
I think he's the perfect backup. That's what I think.
I don't.
Because what do you want from a backup? You don't want to be better than your starter.
No, I want
Brian Hoyer is better than probably 10 starters in the NFL right now.
He's definitely better than the Browns starter.
Brian Hoyer could start on probably.
Well, he started on the Browns 2 years ago.
Right. Brian Hoyer could start on
he's currently better than Deshaun Kaiser.
And that's, to me, that's if you're one of the top 30 or 40 quarterbacks in the NFL, you're the perfect backup. Because that means that you're better than 10 to 15% of the league.
Yeah,
starters.
No.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Do you think the 2 backups you had, either one of them is better than Brian Hoyer?
No. Or yes, absolutely.
Okay, and you didn't have to trade him. That's the point.
Well, this is the thing. You did. You didn't have to trade Jacoby Brissett.
Mm-hmm. Agreed with that.
But you had to trade Jimmy Garoppolo.
Why?
This is the thing. And this is the problem with the report. This is the problem I have with the report, because the report makes it seem like Bill Belichick traded Jimmy Garoppolo for only a second-round pick because he was pissed he was forced to do it, and that's bullshit.
No, I don't believe that. I just think it was a poor idea.
No, they had to do it. The only other thing you could do is tag him.
See, I wouldn't.
Then you have to trade him, or you let him walk.
Why not?
Why not let him walk? Why let him walk?
You didn't get. My point is, you didn't get a first round pick for him.
But you're not going to get anything if you just let him walk.
So what? You have that assurance. No. My point is, you had the assurance for Brady. Mm-hmm. If you're going to give up your assurance, because I think, to be honest with you,
you better be damn positive you're going to win a Super Bowl if Brady goes out. Then you better be 100%.
No, my point is,
you better hope Brady gets hurt.
No.
If you're going to hold him, you're
not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you feel that any point Tom Brady gets hurt, this guy can come in and win the rest of the season.
Yeah, you better hope you better know that.
But they did. They thought he was the next quarterback.
Right, but then
and the way everyone feels about him, has talked about him because how he's played.
Right.
Everybody thinks he's this next great quarterback. You could have held on to him as an assurance because you have a 40-year-old quarterback.
Your assurance better be positive. You better be positive, because if you hold on to him and then Brady gets hurt and he comes in and he doesn't win a Super Bowl, now you held on to him for nothing. Now he's gone and you didn't get anything.
So Hoyer's going to win you a Super Bowl? If Tom Brady gets hurt tomorrow at practice, Hoyer wins the Super Bowl?
Garoppolo might
not. He will, but
I don't think he does.
Garoppolo might not win you a Super Bowl.
But everyone was talking about how great of a quarterback he is, and they watched how he played. Yeah. My point is, if you thought he was that great, you would have let it play out.
For Brady to get hurt.
No, I'm not rooting for that. I'm saying your mindset is.
I can think Garoppolo's a great quarterback and think that he won't be able to win a Super Bowl.
I think he'll win a Super Bowl.
With this team this year.
I don't want to pivot off the point. My question is, why would you rather get nothing and have him for 5 weeks longer than you did, or whatever, 8 weeks longer than you did, and get nothing, as opposed to get something and have him be gone 8 weeks later anyway, or 8 weeks earlier?
One, I wasn't a fan of I wasn't a fan of what they got back for him.
Right, but as opposed to
my point is
that
that's what I'm saying.
One lane.
Okay,
why do you want nothing as opposed to something for 8 weeks?
Once again, like I said, if you're and the way they let him play, and the way they were letting him essentially run the offense exactly how Brady does,
right, yeah.
But last season when Brady was out, and everybody was like, "This guy, he can step." And all reports at practice when he was practicing with the number ones, he's making all the same reads and plays as Brady.
Right.
Not saying he's going to get in the Super Bowl and be.
I know what you mean. No, but
win you the game down 28-3.
Everyone thought
I understand
he was the successor,
that,
right? No,
but he's the guy that everyone feels he's the next Tom Brady for us. So if you feel that he's that good, my point is, you have, and I'm not saying his age should really matter, but it should matter a little bit when you get hit. Almost, especially when your offensive line has gotten dinged up this season.
Right.
When you're sitting there, you look and go, Brian Hoyer,
right?
Or
so here's the other.
You know what
option.
I mean? Like you got to
rent Garoppolo for 8 weeks.
Okay,
that's all you're doing.
So wait,
you're renting him for 8 weeks at the cost of a second-round pick, of the 36th pick in the draft.
Okay, so the way, and this is me looking. I always think about everything. We've seen them waste second-round picks, first-round picks on players that don't turn out to be anything.
Right.
This guy...
But they've also hit. Rob Gronkowski was a second-round pick.
But my point is, you've also... Rajai Dowling.
Right, yeah. I got you.
Jackson.
Yeah, but you could... Dante Hightower.
Chad Jackson. My point is, if you're... One of those things is you look at him and you go, he is a quarterback, and he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. When you look at Brian Hoyer... He's a backup in the NFL.
Right.
Jimmy G, in a lot of people's eyes, he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Right. And he knew your system. Yep. He could run it right, and it didn't lose anything when Brady was out.
I don't think anyone's arguing that Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Brian Hoyer.
My point is, you have a 40-year-old quarterback.
So you want him to keep him forever.
No, if you could re-sign him, that would be great. But I feel like you either re-sign him or you do something, or you're going to have to let him go.
According to the report, and I don't like doing this because I think it's bullshit. I think the report is bullshit. So I'm the kind of guy that I won't say, I believe this part, but not that part. You know what I mean? I think most of it's probably wrong. But they offered him 4 times, a 4-year, $18 million per year.
I've heard that from other people outside of the report.
Right. And that's what I mean. Like, I've also heard that, and that is a part of that story.
I've heard that from Patriot sources. Like
that, if he says no to that, you got to go.
But I heard Willie McGinnis was talking about this. Actually, they offered him a 4-year, however many thing, and he was okay with it. It was like a sliding scale. So like you're going to stay the backup, and then when Brady leaves, it goes up to starting quarterback salary.
Right.
And he was okay with it, but Don Yee is his agent, and it's Brady's agent, and Don Yee's like, why would you take that?
Right.
When you can go make a bunch of money, and then in return, Don Yee makes a bunch of money.
Right.
Because Don Yee doesn't manage a bunch of people.
Right.
He has like Edelman, Brady, and
Amendola, or not Amendola,
Garoppolo.
Yeah.
But my point is, hypothetically, and I don't wish it. It's the NFL and how fucking things happen, and we've seen what has happened to Tom Brady when he doesn't have a great offensive line, he gets beaten up.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's 40 years old, gets hit hard, hurt, done for the fucking playoffs.
Right.
You have a quarterback that can step in like that, and you don't lose anything other than mental knowledge.
That's a rental.
Wait. You do lose something. You lose compensation for him.
No, but
You
listen.
lose him.
Tom Brady's hurt. He's 40 fucking years
That's
old.
coaching scared.
Can't play.
Right.
That's not coaching scared. It's
Yes,
playing
it is.
smart.
No, it's coaching
Tom,
scared.
How is it coaching scared? You're not even letting me finish my fucking statement.
It's coaching
my
scared.
point is, if he's hurt, Tom Brady's hurt, and you're unsure about him next year, sign him. Pay him whatever the fuck he wants.
You can't do that, though.
Why not? And then
Brady
you could say to him, Brady, we're gonna have to fucking lower your salary.
We're going to
You're
cut
fucking
you and pay your
ding.
backup more money?
Why not? If you think he's the next great quarterback, why
Why
not?
would Tom Brady do that deal? Why would Tom Brady say, okay, this
No,
is
I'm not
Brady-
saying Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady's
I'm
also-
talking about as a New England Patriot, as a Patriot,
Right.
like front office guy.
Right.
You say to Tom Brady, "Hey man, you're fucking 40. You got knocked out. You're hurt.
Right.
I have to pay this guy. He's gonna replace you. If you can't come to grips with that, you need to go too."
You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot of doing that, and just in case a guy who's missed one season in 18 years gets hurt.
Okay.
It's
called the NFL. They do get hit all the time.
Yeah, Tom Brady's been hit a lot, and he's missed one season.
Here's
a freak injury.
Here's the thing for me. I would rather, God forbid, fucking don't strike me down, Tom Brady get hurt this year in your scenario, get hurt in the playoffs, and Brian Hoyer fail, and have a second-round pick for next year, than not have the pick and have Garoppolo win this year and then be gone again. You know what I mean? Like, so they could win the Super Bowl this year.
Not only that,
which would be great, but then you lose the future anyway.
Not only is
go get top.
Not only is Garoppolo gone, but now you can't control where he goes. Now he could go to the
go
Broncos
to the
and
Jets
fuck
or
you in the
whatever,
playoffs.
No, but how? Why not? You could at that point you could franchise tag him if he wins you the Super Bowl and you think he's going to take off. Franchise tag him. You trade him for a first round pick.
Yeah, nice. No one's going to give you a first round pick for a franchise tag quarterback because they're going to say, "Fine, we'll wait you out.
Yeah,
we'll wait you out.
Okay.
Pay his salary."
Okay,
right.
They don't pay anyone else. Why not pay somebody?
Yeah, but that's $50
They don't
million.
have a ton of. That's a
$50
huge
million
contract.
in one position.
They don't pay anyone else anyway.
They are a lot closer to the cap than you think.
They're like $7 million, $5 million bucks short.
Yeah.
So how are they going to get a $25 million cap?
You don't think half those
They would
guys
have
are
to
going to go
clear
off the
$10 million.
fucking salary?
I'm sure, but
They would have to clear $10 million.
They're never the 49ers. They're never the Browns. They're never $100 million left in cash. Like, they're always around 15 to 5.
No, I understand that. They give themselves some flexibility
Right, yeah.
so they can sign a James Harrison for nothing
exactly.
at the end of the season. I understand that.
A lot of people don't like the trade for the second round pick. And obviously, they're like, why didn't you get a first round pick?
I want it first. And then I'd be like, okay, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Once again, I would not be bitching about
To
it.
me-
but wait, hold on 1 second. Sorry. If they got a first, and you feel okay with that throws your whole logic out the window.
No, because then okay, but then you next year, because hypothetically Brady can't play next year,
Right.
you can take that fourth pick, fifth pick, whatever, and either trade it to another team
Right.
for a franchise quarterback,
Right.
or draft a quarterback and have a year to develop.
But you know what they did with the second round pick before?
They drafted Jimmy Garoppolo.
Draft Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay.
So I mean,
You know what they did with the fourth round pick? Drafted Jacoby Brissett.
I talked about this on Dave Speaks a little bit. Like the idea that, like, oh my God, they just sold the whole farm. Like that.
No, I don't believe that either. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not saying you. I just mean like the public narrative that like they got rid of all their backups and now what are they going to do? And
well, that's my issue. Is you got rid of
that's
both
what I mean
of
by
them.
selling the farm, right?
I don't picture Hoyer much.
Sorry, Jacoby Brissett doesn't win you Super Bowl.
But I don't think he's worse than fucking Hoyer.
Yeah, they're probably.
I don't think he's better.
My point is, you'd still have him.
You would have had that guy on.
You already have him. He knows your. I understand Hoyer's been there before, but he doesn't know your system this season without Julian Edelman.
Right. My problem with the public narrative is that, oh man, they sold everybody. They got nothing left. It's just Brady. And what are they going to do? In case, what are they going to do? Just in case, like, you know, that's a huge if. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A huge but. But I do understand it's NFL. People get hurt real quick. They've done this before. The only problem is that Tom Brady's getting older.
Yes.
But they sold Ryan Mallett, and who was the other backup they had that year? Oh, Brian Hoyer.
Oh, yeah.
They got rid of both of them in the same year.
Yeah.
And then they had to go, then they grabbed some scrub to be the backup. I forgot
Brian
who it was.
Hoyer was a starter that year.
Right. And then they traded Ryan Mallett away. And Ryan Mallett was a second or third round pick.
He was a second round pick.
Second round pick.
He's
So
probably the worst backup quarterback they've ever had.
probably true. But they've reset at the backup quarterback position.
A lot of times. I remember watching a thing like
Right.
it's a lot
Belichick
of-
is really good at scouting quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
He hits on a lot of them. Castle was an NFL starter.
Never started a game before.
But he was an NFL starter.
Right.
But Hoyer has started in the NFL. Oh, think about how many people draft quarterbacks and then they wash out of the NFL.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Belichick has had one, Ryan Mallett, wash out. The rest of them are all in the NFL.
See, here's the only issue I have. As a New England fan, watching other teams in the league, and how I overthink everything, I watched how Indy played when you didn't have a Peyton Manning. And I'm not comparing Brady and Manning.
Right.
I'm just saying when you lose your franchise quarterback to injury, your backup, I remember they would say every year, here's the, because you remember that every year they would be like 12-0 or 13-0, and then they would put in Painter. Remember him? He was horrible.
But here's
my point is, I don't want to lose. Like, if you have a quarterback where you're not going to lose that, and you feel like, guys, we have a Super Bowl winner. All we need is a quarterback to help us get there. I just feel like Hoyer, you lose a lot from Jimmy G to Hoyer.
Right. But to your point, we watched Manning not play, and the Colts go 1-15. I watched Brady not play, and them go 11-5.
Yes,
but you had Castle and Brian Hoyer are, I think, closer. I don't know, but Castle's probably a little better than Hoyer. I don't know.
But I also feel like better. But I also like how I look at everything. This year, you don't have Edelman. So the year that Castle, he had Welker and Moss. It's
they're not going to win a Super Bowl. If Brady goes out, they're not winning a Super Bowl.
Right.
It's highly unlikely.
I almost don't feel like it matters who the quarterback is.
I think if Garoppolo,
if you had Garoppolo, you got a better chance. You got a better chance than Hoyer.
Garoppolo's better than Hoyer.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
That's my point.
Right.
Like, he's the guy.
Yeah, but I don't think he's worth losing a second-round pick better than Hoyer.
I agree.
But you've wasted second-round picks. On a fucking Razai Dowling.
Yeah, but you've also hit. You hit on Jimmy Garoppolo.
I understand that. But my point is, if you've lost on fucking players,
but you hit on players.
Everyone loses on players.
Yes, my point is. So you just chalk it up to, hey,
but he
walked. So you let him walk at the end of the season. But but not win a Super Bowl.
I would rather have something that's going to help me next year, and not have Garoppolo, than have Garoppolo for 8 games for a rental and not have anything that's going to help me with Garoppolo gone also.
Why not?
I'm not into renting players for second
round
picks.
But my point is, you win the Super Bowl, you franchise tag them, and you trade them to somebody.
Yeah, but like you said, you got to find a trading partner that's going to absorb a $25-30 million contract.
And this is what I was trying to say.
If Denver needs a quarterback,
they might.
The Jets need a quarterback.
Fuck that! I didn't want Garoppolo in the AFC.
Why not?
This is why.
Why would you? He just won you a Super
Bowl. If you're saying how much money you're going to fucking...
Why.
No, but if you're saying it's going to fucking tie up their whole cap
for another 1 year until they restructure his contract.
Why not?
And what are you going to get for him?
You get a first-round pick.
Okay, so 10 picks better?
Yeah, but what if you miss on the first-round pick? What if you draft Razai Dowling?
We already did. We drafted a fucking Chad Jackson. I've seen it.
Right. So you want him to spend $25 million, get killed in franchise penalties or cap penalties for trading a guy that has a $25 million cap hit, and then get a first round pick that they're going to draft Chad fucking Jackson again, as opposed to just
happens all the
give
time.
Me a second, you're out of the league.
You still won a Super Bowl. You still won a Super Bowl. My point is, you still won a Super Bowl.
This is why Belichick.
But that's a huge what if. What if they win a Super Bowl this year? With Tom Brady.
And they have a second round pick.
And they get the second round pick.
What if Tom Brady never gets hurt?
Other than the Patriots, what other team, other than the Patriots, is consistently in the championship game leading up to the Super Bowl?
Steelers are close a lot.
Okay, but you have Big Ben. Mm-hmm. Any other teams?
He wanted to retire last year.
Yeah,
he could get hurt. What if he gets hurt?
No, they're fucked. They're fucked. They're fucked whether he's hurt or not.
Landry Jones isn't awful, but yeah, they're not winning.
Yeah, they're not Super Bowl. Right.
But my point is, other than even Seattle, like they have a good year and then they fucking fall off for a year and they come back. My point is, you'd get a first round pick. Tom Brady hypothetically comes back or doesn't. Mm-hmm. You have another season. You end up with 2 high first round picks. Mm-hmm. You can make something happen. We've been spoiled for how many years of our team always in the playoffs.
I just don't.
There's other teams that make the playoffs and then they don't make it the next year.
I don't like that when you say when you're making your point in your scenario, in your hypothetical, they hit in the draft with the first round pick. But then when we say, what, you want to move up 10 spots? They said, oh, they wasted on Chad Jackson. And then so like when you're arguing it, it's they fuck the draft up every year. And then, but when you say like, get a first round pick, get a top 10 pick, you also have
to factor in Belichick always. If he has 2 first-round picks,
trades
whatever the higher one is, he trades down.
Right.
2. If he has 1, he trades down.
No, I know, but my point is,
or
like
he'll combo him and trade
up.
One
pick. So he can get Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
This is why Belichick
the 23rd and 16th for the 15th pick.
Yeah. This is why Belichick trading Jimmy Garoppolo for a second-round pick to San Francisco is him playing chess while everyone else plays checkers, because the report came out that it's pretty well known. He only called San Francisco.
Right.
He didn't talk to anyone else. So
because they had the balls to ask for Tom Brady. That's why.
He had a destination in mind.
Yeah.
He wanted San Francisco. Mm-hmm. The Browns come out and they're like, well, what the fuck? We would have given you like the 4th pick in the draft. Yeah. He didn't want to trade him to the Browns.
2 reasons. I know where you're going with this.
The Browns are a piece of shit organization. They're fucking in dismay all the time. I'm going to trade Jimmy Garoppolo there. He's going to play awesome for 5 games. Then he's going to leave the Browns, and he's going to go somewhere in the AFC where he's going to be a pain in my ass forever. Mm-hmm. Or I can trade him to an NFC team on the other side of the fucking country where they have a 6-year contract for their head coach, a 6-year contract for their GM, and I know their head coach. They're going to re-sign him, and then he's the only time I'm ever going to have to see him in a game that matters is in the Super Bowl.
But who says he does and doesn't go to the Jets next year?
He's not going to go to the Jets. They're going to re-sign him.
How do you know that?
They're going to franchise him if they don't.
Okay, but then he says, I want a big contract.
They're going to give him their big contract.
I'm just saying.
The 49ers,
I understand that.
The 49ers have so much cap room.
Yeah, they have like $100 million, which is wild.
I'm just saying, like it's the same way you're making fun of me for saying, well, he could go wherever he wants.
Yeah, but if they trade him to Cleveland, he's way more likely to leave Cleveland. No one wants to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he could get franchised there, too. The problem is he's not really in control because the owner can.
Cleveland's also one of those teams. They did the same thing. Well, they didn't do exactly the same thing with I think they did with Jamie Collins. They were like, listen, if we trade for you, we need you to resign.
I also don't think Belichick wanted to trade him for Cleveland because his history in Cleveland, he got fired from Cleveland. He doesn't.
He trades with Cleveland all the time.
Yeah, he trades dump.
Yeah, he likes Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah,
he doesn't want him.
Yeah.
He had to get rid of him.
Garbage. Like this is like, oh, this is punishment.
I know what you're saying. If you keep him, you pretty much you feel much better about the Super Bowl run in case of emergency.
You always hear.
Yeah, I don't.
How often, other than New England, how often do you get to go to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, all right.
That's my point.
Maybe it's me being a spoiled fan.
That's
in
what
my
it
opinion.
Is.
If Brady goes down, I'm done with the season. We lost the season. Mm-hmm. Bullshit luck.
Yeah, but see, I don't want that though.
I don't care. We'll win the Super Bowl next year. It's just what's going to happen.
But see, he's going to be 41 next year.
Yeah, he was 40 this year. And
if he gets hurt this year, then he's going to be more likely to get hurt next year.
I don't know. To me, that's coaching
I'm
scared.
just saying.
To me, that's coaching scared.
That's not coaching scared.
I think it is coaching scared.
You can't coach thinking that your best player is going to get hurt every year.
It's called coaching for today.
Yeah, but when has Bill Belichick done that? When has Bill Belichick made a roster move?
Belichick is also yes.
Yeah, how much you want to bet one of those second-round picks is a quarterback?
More than likely.
I would put my house on it.
I don't even know if it'll be a second, but they'll draft a quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, someone.
More than likely,
they'll probably draft two.
Right,
they'll probably draft two.
Right, because they do need a couple. Let a little competition get going.
They'll be good.
But none of the quarterbacks coming out of college right now are extremely excited.
This is one of the better quarterback drafts that we've had in recent memory.
Yeah, but all of them had a dog shit season.
They're all
horrible. Baker Mayfield.
Who are you thinking is going to come in here and be Tom Brady's backup and be a good starter in the future?
I think Fram is.
No one would have picked Jimmy Garoppolo out of that litter and
right. But I'm saying
said he was going to be the Messiah.
Okay,
he was a second-round pick for a reason.
Right. My point is, who in this draft can you see doing that?
Well, I didn't know who Jimmy Garoppolo was before either.
No, I never heard of him. I had never heard of him.
I don't know. I didn't know who Jacoby Brissett was.
Right.
I had heard of Jacoby Brissett.
The dude Baker Mayfield he's gonna be a good NFL player.
Think he's gonna be a quarterback?
Yeah, he will.
I don't think he will be.
He reads the offense. He's not Johnny Manziel. A lot of people compare him to Johnny Manziel.
I don't think so. I don't think
he's way better than Johnny Manziel.
I just think they're going to look at him like they did like a Pat White. Hey, you're either a wide receiver or you're not in the NFL.
He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback. He'll go in the first round.
What? I said, what a deep cut.
Pat White, yeah.
And he'll go in the first round, but he's not. He's going to go after those kids, Darnold and Rosen.
Am I crazy? Is it Fram?
From Georgia. I don't think he's coming out. Is he a senior? I think he's a freshman.
I thought he was a junior.
He's a true freshman.
Is he? Oh,
yeah, he would have been the first true freshman to win a national championship.
You're right.
The other kid was a true freshman that they brought in the second half of the game, but he didn't start the season. Like he played like 2 games. Yeah, he's Samoan.
They say he's the left-handed Russell Wilson.
Did you see the Fromm ball flip while he drops back?
No,
like that a lot. He fucking flips the as he's running back.
Oh, does he?
Flips it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome until he gets hit. And
exactly.
Yeah,
they were like, "That's the most savage, fucking dumb thing I've ever seen in my entire life."
Against Alabama,
right? Yeah, you're like in the national championship, like, all right, here we go, and then he like kikes back, and I'm like, that is dope to watch, but I hate it. I hate it at the same time.
There's named good name quarterbacks coming out. I don't know how many of them will translate. Like Lamar Jackson from Louisville.
Mm-hmm. No, he's
Jackson.
Yes, Jackson. Yeah, he won the Heisman last year, and he was a Heisman finalist.
Like, I don't know how he translates. He's getting a lot of comparisons to Michael Vick because he's fast as fuck and he can throw the ball a mile.
Yeah. He came from the same college as fucking Blackwater? Bridgewater, sorry.
And then you have Baker Mayfield, obviously, who won the Heisman.
On the team?
He's on the Vikings.
Yeah.
He's the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Actually,
he was the
Sam
third.
Bradford is also healthy again.
Yeah. He was the third string.
Right. That was unbelievable.
He went from a first-round pick to a third-string quarterback.
He was runner-up for Rookie of the Year, right?
No, I don't think
good.
I think he was good. I don't think he was a runner-up. I think he was in the conversation.
Yeah, I thought
he was good. He didn't turn the ball over. He's a game manager.
He's another quarterback. He's a guy you could go out and get next year as your backup quarterback.
There's a lot of quarterback. The quarterback market is great. The quarterback market this year is great.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is going to be a free, he could potentially be a free agent.
Yeah. He would go and play for Belichick if Brady was like, deuces, I won the Super Bowl.
He's not leaving. Brady's not leaving. He's not retiring.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either. I'm just saying. You guys wanted to I'm just saying it's one of those things when you look at the conversation to say you're willing to just throw the fucking just throw the keys away this season because Brady's
That's
done.
How I feel every year with the Pats.
Yeah, but me watching it and seeing how hard good that defense has turned itself around to think that team doesn't deserve a chance.
In 08, I knew the season was over. It's Super Bowl or bust every year for the Pats, and the moment Brady went out, I didn't give a fuck if they made the playoffs.
Beckham won Rookie of the Year that year. That's who it was.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, listen, I get what you're saying, but just my personal, what I would want from the team would be, I don't want to rent my own quarterback.
Yeah, but but
you know what I mean?
But here's the thing: the average NFL career is 2 years.
Right.
I look at everything. I'm not talking about purely as I'm Bill Belichick, I'm the Patriots, I'm Kyle Van Noy. I'm talking about everyone's perspective. The NFL, the window to win a Super Bowl is so small.
Normally.
Yes. So my point is, if you're a team that you feel like you have a dynasty team...
I don't think you can treat the Pats like that, though.
I think the Pats. I think if you feel as good as your organization is, and you're very smart about how you have these picks, you already have the pick for Jacoby Brissett. So you have an extra, third round pick or fourth round pick?
Was that Dorsett and a pick?
No, it was just Dorsett.
I thought
Dorsett.
There's a straight up Brissett for Dorsett.
Was it? Okay, I thought you got something back.
I thought there may have been a throwing pick there, but you might have.
But my point is, you're one of those teams. You're going to fucking trade down from the first round anyway. My point is, they always make a lot of moves anyway, and you feel like if you have Tom Brady, you always have a chance. Right. So if you're looking at it as, listen, we're still a Super Bowl contender if we have Jimmy G in there or Brady.
Right.
So why not, for one season, have that assurance that if Brady goes down in the Super Bowl, hypothetically, or Brady, for whatever reason, has a fucking first half like fucking Alabama game.
Right.
And you just say, fuck it, go out there, man. We need something. We need a spark. I'm not saying that, but say he gets hurt at halftime, before halftime,
something's wrong.
you come out, now you can go out there and fucking still win. Why not?
You know what's
That's
crazy?
awesome if you want
I
to.
dig exactly what you're saying. If they were down 21-0 or whatever,
Yep.
I'd still be like, let's go Brady.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking to Kevin earlier about how he thinks the Falcons are now going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. And he says, man, that'd be pretty crazy if Falcons-Pats rematch.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, definitely in their head already. Because, like, if you're up 20 at any point, can you feel good?
Watch
like,
Matt Ryan.
you know
Watch Matt Ryan not throw a pass for like the first 2 quarters because they're like, we're going to run the ball this time.
Right.
We're not going to fuck it up. We're not going to fuck it
You're
up.
not going to strip sack me. I guarantee you, we're not going to get any holding calls here on shotgun passes. Nothing like that. But I mean, like, talk about getting a mental edge before you even play a game. Because at what point, if you're the Falcons, you're up 21 with 10
You'll
minutes
never
left.
feel safe.
Yeah,
You'll
like,
never feel
okay,
safe.
there's 10 minutes left, but it's 3 scores, and I think it was 3 scores last time, and you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Like,
It's
that's
understandable.
Also,
That's my worry, is like you're still... Now...
They can never
to say that they're not going to come into that game with a chip on their shoulder,
Right.
like how
Kevin thinks since they played in the regular season, he's like, oh, they already had their revenge game and got their asses kicked. I said, no, it's different. If you can go win the Super Bowl that they took away from you,
Yeah.
To me,
I was like,
it's
that's
different.
to me, they can never redeem themselves.
The Falcons.
Yeah, they could beat the Pats.
The only way they could do it
is if they smoke them.
Is if
they smoke them.
Is if they did it.
Nope.
If they did
I don't even
20
think if they smoked them.
No, the way they do it is a 26-point comeback.
Yeah,
against the
they would have
Patriots.
to come back against the
It would
Pats.
have to be that.
I don't even think if they smoke
29
them,
to 3 lead.
I don't even think if they smoke them, it would be redemption.
Yeah.
You still gave up
A 28 to 3
a
lead.
28 to
Right,
3 lead.
Right.
I understand. I'm
You
not
choked.
saying
Forever get
You
memed. Like,
yes,
choked.
You,
You
and everyone else in New England will think
Yeah,
that.
we'll remember that forever.
Everyone else in the United States will look at it as they got their fucking
They got their
revenge.
revenge.
They
It's
smoked
exactly-
Tom Brady.
I know exactly
That's
what
what they.
this is.
That's what it is.
If the Pats won the Super Bowl in 2012 against the Giants, we would have felt like, finally, fuck
Yeah, that's
you know
what I'm saying.
Like, got him, right? But every other Giants fan would have said, who cares? 18-1, 18-1.
Yeah, and they would be right.
And they would have held on to 18-1. And so we would sit there like 28-3, 28-3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But as Pats fans, we would have felt
I think the Giants fans are
nailed it.
right, though.
Yeah, no, I think they are too.
Because
But as a Falcons fan or / Patriots fan, if the Pats won that Super Bowl, we'd be like, got him. That was a fluke. You guys got lucky. Fuck off. David Tyree, go screw. You know what I mean? We would be pounding on the table like, gotcha. Then the Falcons fans would be like, yeah, see, we didn't really choke that game. Like, fuck, whatever, we got you. And
you can't say we didn't really choke that
didn't
game.
really choke that game. Like, fuck it. And just be a dumb Atlanta person.
why
And
does
then
that's not how Atlanta people sound?
dude.
They sounded like you were from California.
There's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So,
They're super southern.
That was from Havana. Have you
Cuba.
guys seen
Havana,
have you
Cuba.
Seen, have you seen the Rubber Chicken Havana cover?
No.
Nope.
Real funny.
Not at all.
I'll put that up later. Really weird. So it's a funny thing. But that's probably not great podcast stuff.
My point is just that's the only thing that like watching the end of this season, because we haven't really like seen each other in like 2 weeks to do this. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
we didn't get to really talk about the end of the season too much. Like, like he finished with another win.
Right.
Like, our second round pick is no longer the fucking second pick in the fucking second round anymore.
I think it's the 37th. It's a 5th pick.
Something like that.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Fifth or
not
sixth.
a shit ton.
No.
And we trade down fucking 2
He
picks
won-
all the time anyway.
He won more games
Yeah, this season than the Niners did the past 2 years.
2.5 years or a year and a half.
Yeah, but my point is, like, it's one of those things, watching it, you're just like, if he was that good and you knew it,
Yeah,
you gotta do more than what you got.
This is my
That's
thing.
my big problem.
I'm getting annoyed with Patriots fans now.
Yeah, I hate Patriots fans.
They
I think they're the worst.
want this dynasty to rock forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Right,
No, it's not. Eventually, it's going to end.
right,
You have to see it coming.
right.
You have to know. Brady is gone. When Brady is gone and Belichick are
The lights
gone,
cut out.
it doesn't matter who they get.
Right.
It doesn't. They're gonna have a losing season, and when the moment they hit that losing season,
Right.
the dynasty is. It doesn't matter what they have next year.
Right.
The year after that, the dynasty is over.
I agree.
It's coming.
Right.
You can't. No one has a dynasty that lasts for
20
40 years.
Right, right, yeah.
But here's the thing: does that end next year? Does Brady say, "I won 5, I'm done"?
There's no way. There's no way.
6.
He won 6. Yeah.
He would have won 6.
If he wins this year.
6. So
if he wins this year.
Don't hold him at 5.
There's no way.
There's
no way he wants another one with his buddy there.
I think he goes 3-peat. Like, hey, why not be the first team to 3-peat?
I don't think he was lying when he said he wants to play 5 more years.
I absolutely believe him. By the way,
we did
already address it. I forgot that I blew my load already. I was going to say, hey, Tom versus Time, so hot. But I forgot we did that already.
Yeah.
Definitely looks like a fucking meathead now. I am the Storm.
He is the Storm.
It's
one of those things to watch. It's very like...
I get what you're saying, but I just think it's a in a dream scenario, keep Garoppolo, keep Brady, and then when Brady's finally done,
but you're not going to obviously like.
And they tried to do both.
I understand that, but we're also that's the other thing. Like my dad's a Pittsburgh fan. He always goes, "We don't pay anybody,
right?
Any fucking star, we're not going to pay him, other than like Roethlisberger."
Yeah, they're talking now that they might not pay fucking Le'Veon Bell.
And Le'Veon Bell said, "If you guys dare franchise tag me, I might retire."
Yeah, he said it. Yeah. He said, "I'll sit out a year.
I'll sit out a year, and I might retire." That's wild. Speaking of holding out, move on real quick. JD Martinez, you hear that? Now he's saying, I might wait till spring training to sign.
Good. Fuck him. I don't want him anyway.
What are we doing?
No, not fuck him. Just fucking pay him.
I don't want him.
Just sign him.
I don't want him.
I do want him.
I don't.
I think he's...
Aaron, if you don't get somebody, then just...
he makes your team better.
Then get rid of everyone.
Right.
No, I don't disagree with you, but I've said it a million times.
Become the Marlins. If you aren't going to sign JD Martinez...
You want to dump Pedroia and Price more than you want.
Well, here's the thing. Not even that. Like, I think if you're going to do what Joe's saying, like, you're just going to start... You better start, like... And I don't... You just literally dump any older player other than, like, Sale and all your young players that you love.
Dump Sale, too.
And dump everybody else.
No, I'm serious. If you're not going to try and make a push to win, get rid of Sale.
Why?
True. Yeah.
Because why keep him?
Well, you signed him for a long-term deal. Why not keep him
trade
under
him
control?
away and get prospects and draft picks or something.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but if you 1 year you decide you're going to get rid of all those players and pick up little like prospects here and there, and then the next season you're just going to go out and fucking buy everybody, why not? You're the fucking Red Sox. They do that all the time.
No, they're not going to go out and buy anyone.
They do. They've been doing this. This is the model they've been doing.
They haven't bought anybody for 4 months.
No. But my point is, they suck for a season and then they go out and buy people.
Yeah, but
they play well, then they suck.
That plan worked great when the Yankees weren't the fucking Monstars.
Yeah.
Now the Yankees are the Monstars. So
I think everybody's downplaying the fact that they have fucking Aaron Boone as their fucking.
That's a big problem.
Yeah.
I think that's a big issue.
I totally agree with you.
With in-game decisions, that's a huge issue.
It could be awful.
I just think they're going to hit 1,000 home runs.
Yeah, it could be awful, or they could hit so many home runs that it doesn't matter.
He may never need to manage. You know what I mean? Like, he may never need to do an in-game thing. I mean, obviously, they're not going to go undefeated or anything, but there's an interesting thing about the Red Sox. An article that I read from avidboston.com. Not the actual, not the thing that we're going to talk about later, but an actual source. I am just citing avidboston.com. Did this article. I'm going to read a quick blurb from it. It says, if Dave Dombrowski's dead set against overpaying for JD Martinez, he can sign a more inexpensive player for less years and more money. Or, I'm sorry, for less years and less money. One personal favorite free agent of mine is Jay Bruce, who just signed back with the Blue Jays, so scratch him off the list. Bruce can fill in. Fuck it, that's not worth it. Basically, you can move Mookie to second. You can find yourself a cheap right fielder, the veteran guy, you know what I mean? Get him for a year or two, move Mookie to second, fuck Pedroia, right? Now, there's a pretty interesting ulterior motive here. This could keep Hanley Ramirez out of the lineup often enough so he will fail to reach 497 at-bats. If Hanley reaches or exceeds 497 at-bats this season, his $22 million option for 2019 automatically triggers. So the the Red Sox don't have any say in it. If he gets 497 at-bats, he is now yours for $22 million in 2019. Real kicker about
I don't
this deal.
want that.
I don't like that either. Now, there's a real bitch about this deal. If the Red Sox released him from the organization this week, similarly to Pablo Sandoval last season, then Hanley would be eligible to sign with any team he chooses for the major league minimum, approximately $550,000, and the Boston Red Sox would still be on the hook for the balance of his contract. So they would have to pay it. Even worse, if the Red Sox would also still be on the hook for the 2019 vesting option if Hanley reaches 497 at-bats with another team. So another team would get him for $550,000 for 2 years each.
So why don't you just keep him and then just watch his at-bats?
Yeah, you'd have to fuck him. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You'd have to intentionally.
And he's gonna be a fucking head case anyway. He's gonna be a head case anyway.
Fucking intentionally.
And I don't hate Hanley. I don't love him. I don't like him. I think he's a pretty good baseball player. He can hit. He's got some pop. I think he's probably your best power hitter on your team. I would say doubles hitter at least. Mookie and Hanley.
I feel like what's his name? If he can ever like get his head straight, Bogarts, he could be your best power hitter.
He can be, yeah. But even like his most powerful year was like, what was it, 25 home runs? Or which
I was saying, I think he could develop into it, but like he just never. We're also once again like we were talking about being spoiled Patriots fans. Mm-hmm. We were spoiled as kids watching the fucking home runs. Not even Nomar. Mm-hmm. How many home runs these other guys? Like you remember watching fucking Bonds.
Oh yeah.
Single season.
Yeah, you remember what that looked like? That's what the Yankees roster is going to look like this year.
It's going to be Sosa, McGuire.
Remember what it was like when McGuire and Sosa were hawking fucking Big Macs? That's what it's going to be in New York this year.
Yeah, just at the 3 and 4 spot. Just boom, 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 boom. That's going to be tough. I hope they both.
The Red Sox need to either do something or get rid of everyone.
I hope they both are awful this year. I hope Giancarlo Stanton is a dud.
Oh, I would love that.
I would love that.
See, I just think you're more likely to get Judge a down year.
Yeah, a little sophomore slump.
You know what I mean? Just get tired.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he had a crazy season last year. This year he's a little bit fucking worse for wear or whatever.
Do you see what I'm saying though? There's no point in keeping Sale if you don't think you can compete.
Yeah, but at the same time,
you only have Sale there.
But my point is to get, and I understand like it's not like the NBA where you have to have stars on your team, but he helps you get other players on your team.
I think so too. Yeah.
Not just the young prospects.
You want to do this like
quick turnaround.
You want to do this like finish and last, then win a World Series.
No, I don't think that's possible. But if you have to spend 2 or 3 seasons,
I want to do the long game. I want to become the fucking Houston Astros of the ALC or
right.
But
they do sign players too.
Yeah, but the Houston Astros are like awful, won a World Series, and like they're
gonna be good. Yeah, and they're gonna be good for a while because they have a lot of young talent.
Because they just built their team.
Kind of like how the Red Sox, but the Red Sox did a mix of both. They had Manny, they had Ortiz. Ortiz was a traded, basically abandoned.
And Manny too. You signed him,
right? And they signed Manny, right? But then it was like after that, it was like the wave of like Ellsbury, Pedroia, Youkilis, and all those guys that were
guys you developed through the draft.
So they were able to sprinkle in the free
pitching.
agents.
You had Papelbon. You had
and you brought up Lester and Buck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a lot of that's what they should go out and get is the younger.
I'm going guys. If I'm the Red Sox this year,
yeah, I would. Why not?
That's basically where they are, though. I mean, you scrap Hanley.
Yeah, scrap at Hanley and like Pedroia.
Who on their team bought?
Is bought?
Yeah.
Sale.
Well, Sale.
They traded.
Yeah, no, I mean,
right?
I mean lineup wise. Let's go through the lineup.
I mean, first base is Hanley.
Right. No, first base would be Mitch Moreland. Yeah, so Moreland's the only one you've paid. You went out and paid for him.
Right. Second base is Pedroia. He's not bought, but he's definitely not youth movement.
Shortstop, homegrown. Third base, homegrown. Catcher, homegrown. Left field, homegrown. Center field, homegrown. Right field, homegrown.
Yeah,
it's
pitching, pitching, and like
is Chris Sale, David Price, Eduardo Rodriguez, all guys that you acquired. You know what I mean? Like
Erod is it's like almost
you traded
acquired him as a minor leaguer.
You acquired him as a minor leaguer.
Right. But
that's the point. Like I feel like
in the middle of it.
I'm not talking about homegrown though.
Right, no, but they're young.
Here's the point: where does JD Martinez play on the field? I don't know. What does he play?
He plays first, right? Is he a first baseman?
I think so.
Well, you just signed
an outfielder /
So then, what is he going to be? Your DH? You're going to get rid of Hanley?
Well, you can monitor Hanley's at bats that way.
He's just your off the bench guy.
What is the benchmark? 497.
497 at bats.
I would like to keep Hanley Ramirez at 4
at bats.
Yeah.
You really don't like him, huh?
I
don't like him.
Again,
I don't think he's a
what
great
is
guy.
the point?
I think he's a fucking whiner. I thought he was going to be the next fucking David Ortiz, and he's not.
I think, but he was told that.
Yeah, probably by David Ortiz. They're going to love you, man. Come play with me.
My thing is, what is the point? You only
JD Martinez plays outfield.
The only reason that then you move Mookie Betts to second place. Right. Or second base.
And then move
second place.
Well, I was going to say, then you would just move Martinez to left field and put
Benintendi
in right.
And then Betts at second. Yeah.
The only reason Hanley Ramirez would hit 497 at bats is because you feel like you need his at bats to win games.
Right.
I'm saying, who gives a fuck if you win games?
But the one thing I don't like about this is like, true, they've done nothing. They've done absolutely nothing, and it's frustrating, and I dig it.
That's my thing.
Last year.
Yeah,
like, they're competitive.
Yeah.
They're not awful.
Yeah, last year before the Yankees were the Monstars.
Yeah, but you're not going to match that.
That's my point. You're not going to match that.
But they've taken over the evil empire before. The Yankees had the big budget and the big lineup and all the stars. They've done that before.
Listen, this is the spoiled Boston fan
Who's
in me.
pitching for the New York Yankees?
It doesn't matter if you
they
score
still
17
have
runs.
CC.
Right, that's it. I mean, and I know what you're saying. You got to score those runs.
That's what I wanted the Sox to do. If the Yankees are going to be the Monstars of the lineup, then go get every pitcher available.
Right, go get Greinke. That's what I want. Go get Greinke.
Yeah.
Right, I'm with you there.
Have the best pitching rotation in the MLB.
Totally. I dig that. Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what they
then
should do.
Then you can tweet your rivalry flames emoji thing that you tweeted. Like that makes sense. Like we have look at our rotation.
Well, that's what I think you should do.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything.
No,
and if you're not going to do anything,
I said this last time.
Right.
They didn't do anything. That's why I fucking hate them.
Interesting factoid for you. Last year, what do you think Hanley Ramirez had for at bats?
Don't tell me it was exactly 490.
It was probably like 300.
496.
Just play him exactly how you played him.
You think there was some option? They might have been looking at that before. I don't know. I wonder if last year.
Do you have his career stats in front of you?
Yeah.
How many times has he hit over 497?
A lot.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In the last most recently.
2 years ago, 2016 with Boston, 549.
All right.
He had 81 runs scored, 157 hits, 30 home runs and 111 RBIs. I mean, I'll take that. You know what I mean? I think the guy's a dope. And you know what I mean?
I think that's my problem is he's such a whiner.
But I think he's a good baseball player to have. You know what I mean? Even last year in a year where the Red Sox were god awful in home runs and power, he had 23 home runs. That's not. And that's. I'll take.
Yeah, but
from your first baseman.
No. But I think it was watching it. His home runs, nobody was on base.
Oh no, it's
all
23 home runs, 62 RBIs.
That's what I mean.
That's pathetic.
And I'm not saying that it's his job to get people on.
Right.
But when people look at him,
yeah.
He's not David Ortiz.
Right.
He's not Manny Ramirez. He doesn't. Pitchers don't fear him.
Right. No. Right.
Isn't the way the Red Sox currently set up is Dave Dombrowski? Did his plan completely backfire on him?
Slightly. I mean, just because the Yankees went out and got everything. He
traded away so many prospects.
Yeah.
To try and get a team together that could win immediately.
Yeah.
They never won.
Right.
And then
it's only we're only 2 years into this thing.
And then but now.
Yeah.
You have the evil empire is back.
Right.
Now here's the other thing I want to say.
And you had your window where they were gone.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't stifle Aaron Judge being a right-handed bat in Yankee Stadium.
Right.
But it's notoriously a bad.
Left-handed friendly. Yeah.
It's left-handed friendly. That was what confused me. Why they didn't go out and get JD Martinez? Isn't he left-handed?
I believe he is. I just think he's a lot of money.
Yeah, but he's more than
no one.
Stanton?
No one is more than Stanton.
No, but wouldn't you rather Stanton?
I understand, but what I'm saying is you're making your bet if you're going to go purely on old baseball
Aaron
philosophy.
Is saying, why not just get all of them?
No. I'm not saying you go out and get them all, but I'm saying he's right-handed. Okay, so then
isn't Stanton left-handed though?
No, he's right-handed.
I think he's right.
He's right-handed. My point is they're very right-handed oriented.
Right.
In Yankee Stadium makes no sense.
I thought the new Yankee Stadium was if you hit a pop fly, it's out of the ballpark.
Right?
Not in right field.
In left field?
Not in left field. Right field, yes.
Right field, yeah. If you're a left-handed hitter, you just
Yeah, but I thought Yankee Stadium in general is just like a hitter's ballpark.
Oh, it's not.
They just hit the.
It's not a pitcher's park.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, but it's
they have that fucking slipstream or whatever that carries the ball out.
Yeah.
But my point is
Why not load them on left-handed batters? Because Giancarlo Stanton is Giancarlo Stanton.
I understand that, but like he's also played for the Marlins.
I know, but they're not just going to be like, well, we would get you, but you're a righty and not a lefty. They're just going to be like, fine.
No, but I'm saying like
put him on the squad.
You would think you would have a little bit.
Usha Mazzilli.
Like who are you going to put in between them? Granderson?
No,
you don't have him.
Yeah, Sanchez.
But isn't he right-handed?
I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
I just feel like I'm just saying, and then
I just don't think
now,
they care.
Now, if you go based upon like pitching, if Red Sox go out and get 2 stud right-handed pitchers,
right.
and now you have Sales a lefty, obviously.
I just want the Red Sox to get anybody.
So they
yeah. I mean, let's just say, and I know that this is against everything we all believe in as Red Sox supporters. So David Price is really good next year. But yeah, and he mows down.
That'd be awesome,
right? I mean, because is he right-handed? Sales left.
He's left-handed. They're both left-handed.
You know what I would think the entire time that David
and so
Price
is
good?
Erod too.
Yeah.
You know what I would think the entire time that David Price is good?
What?
It would be great if we had Greinke too.
That's true.
And he's right-handed.
That's right.
Greinke's right-handed.
We're all fucked up here. Greinke's right, and that's the one
Greinke's
right-handed.
right-handed. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why, like, if you're going to go out and you're going to pitch against the Yankees, you're going to literally look at it and go, "They have them. We want to get the best pitching staff we want."
That's how the Red Sox can make me happy.
You have to go out and get like the best right-handers you can get.
That's how the Red Sox can make me.
And then go out and get like a right-handed specialist for your fucking bullpen.
Go out and get a pitching staff that's just like holy fuck.
Yeah. Why not?
Go get the pitching staff equivalent of Giancarlo Stanton.
You're not
and Mike
gonna,
Judge.
They're obviously not going to go out and get the best hitter.
No,
they didn't.
No.
They didn't, and they haven't.
They did, right.
So why not go out and get the best pitching?
Yeah,
it's long. It works for you better long term anyway.
You have to trade for Greinke, right? I
think so.
Agent.
I think
You
so.
gotta trade for him,
and I don't think he's got long left on his contract. So that's why
they're running out of chips.
Yeah, no. That's why it's an issue.
A lot. Yeah, and that's because I think you could go sign Martinez and trade for Greinke.
You could. It's weird.
Like, there you go. Now you got some pop.
What if they signed Martinez and then traded him
for Greinke?
Yeah,
that was like, I think it was us that talked about it when the fucking
Machado. They were going to trade for.
We'll just pedal him to the Yankees.
We're going to trade Machado, but then trade him again.
Yeah, right.
Trade for him and then trade him away. We're going to trade for
Machado, and then we're going to help the Yankees get him.
It's a 3-team trade. It was a 3-team trade.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
How does that help their team?
They wanted another piece. They wanted a piece from the Yankees.
Yeah. But they don't have a crazy amount of pieces.
Like Aaron Judge.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not going to give up Sanchez. They're not going to give up Judge. What do you really have as a piece that's really going to be... I don't know. They're a tough team right now to fucking be a fan of. The Red Sox.
They're really unlikable too, and that's I think a lot of.
And the owners aren't likable.
Right.
Fucking John Henry. That wacko.
Fucking.
And he's on a fucking tear. Like his fucking his newspapers have been shitting on fucking the Patriots.
Oh yeah, they loved all of
So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand what they're doing. Like what? Focus on what the fuck you're doing. Don't worry about Tom Brady. Worry about your team that you're not putting together.
I don't think John Henry is all over day-to-day operations of that thing.
No, I'm sure.
But I think
I'm sure it is when it comes to the Red Sox.
He lets, sure. But for he has his Patriots staff writers, and they write what they want to write.
No. Like
it's not like you guys are at the Pats. I can't.
No, but you can't stifle them, or otherwise they're going to go to another newspaper. And
Where are they going to go? The Herald.
Well, they can go to the website. No, but they could go to they could go to the Globe or not the Globe. They could go to the New York Post or something like that. Hypothetically, you go somewhere else and then trash them for saying, "Hey, they don't let us write what we want to write."
Right. The Boston Sports Journal is actually probably going to become one of the more popular Boston sports media outlets.
Not Boston sports directly related, but Boston sports media related. Is Minahan leaving?
I heard that today. I don't think so.
How does that make you feel, Dave?
He said it.
No, I know. Yeah, I think. What
does that make you?
I just listened to the podcast where
I
he was
floated this, and I guess he denied it directly.
Yeah.
But Barstool is starting there.
He just did a podcast, and they asked him. He did like a mailbag, like Q&A thing, and they said, "When do you plan on leaving EEI?" He says, "I want to retire at 50. If I ever get fired, I'm going to go to Barstool." I already have a deal with Portnoy that as soon I'm going to get fired from EEI eventually.
I heard him make the deal.
Yeah.
Like it was on a Barstool thing.
Yeah.
They had him call in after the Felger Roy Halladay thing when he was outside, and he was on the phone. He was on the phone with them,
right?
And he was talking about how he hates his job, his shtick that he does. Like, I can't stand it here.
Yeah.
And Portnoy was like, well,
right,
we're going to get our 24-hour Barstool Network
right.
on Sirius. We need people.
That would be great.
And he was like, no, seriously, I'll talk to you when we're off the air. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So
could be.
The rumor was that he was leaving.
Right. He said it today that he was leaving, but I don't. But he's a ratings whore, so everyone called him like, "No, Kirk, we're gonna miss you." And you know what I mean? Like,
he said he was leaving.
I'm not.
Right, I know. Yeah.
He said he was leaving, and I was like, "Well, maybe he's going to Barstool because their thing is starting in like January 14th or something like that." Yeah. And then I guess he denied it directly on the air today. Like, no, I'm not going to Barstool.
Right, because he said that he was taking a break. He wants to take a 1-year break. That's really what he said on the air, and then because he got in a fight with Glenn Ordway.
They're not even on the same show.
No, something happened. I missed the clip. Something happened, and he was like, "I fucking hate that fat puke, Glenn Ordway." Whatever. He was like, "The best day of my life was my son being born, and the second day was my daughter being born, and third and very close was the day they fired that fat idiot, Glenn Ordway. It's my life goal. I'm going to make sure he gets fired again."
Now I think he's definitely going to Barstool because
he did all this on the air.
The other person who hates Glenn Ordway is fucking Portnoy. I can't stand him.
So then he did all this on the air, and Callahan's losing it, right? And he's like, "Oh my god, you got to calm down!" And everyone's laughing. The crossover between the morning show and the afternoon show, I guess Ordway and Minahan got into it a little bit.
But what are they fighting about? Do you know?
I don't know. I missed that clip. I don't know what happened, but he was saying that he's like, "I'm now part of the Me Too movement." He's like, "Glenn Ordway inappropriately touched me." He's like, he's such a fool. But there was some awkward thing, and then I listened to that part when Ordway and everyone came in. It was like Christian Lou, and they're like, "Ooh, wow, that was a little crazy," or whatever. And Glenn's like, "Oh, that was mild compared to yours and to Christian and Kirk's or whatever." And he's like, "No, man, that was pretty bad," or whatever. He's like, "That was pretty bad." And he's like, "No, that was nothing. That's just Kirk. Kirk, he'll call me tonight and he'll gossip about someone else." And he's like, "We'll be fine."
I hate Glenn Ordway.
I used to love him, and now
I think he's awful.
I think Kirk is very entertaining. I just like his radio shtick. I know he's an a-hole.
I think he would fit perfect at Barstool.
At Barstool, he really would.
Yeah, because what's his name's a fucking a-hole.
Yeah, right.
Portnoy's an asshole.
He probably wouldn't even have a show with him. It would just be the Minahan show.
Yeah, they would just let him nuts. He is such say what you want. That show was in the dumps with Dennis and Callahan, and they were getting killed by the morning show on 98.5. And ever since Minahan took over for Dennis's spot, that show is a ratings grab. I mean, they do.
See fucking John Dennis walk out of the.
Yeah, came back and walked out like an idiot. I don't like him. I don't like John Dennis. He's got a great radio voice and he has really good radio cadence. Like, he's a very good radio guy. Like, on a professional. Like, if you had to gauge.
Yeah, no,
talent,
I think they're both. I think they're both like. As like, if you had to work with them, I think they're both assholes.
Right.
Like, you would go home at night going,
right,
fuck that guy.
If I could change around EEI.
I want to put Minahan and Holly together.
Yeah, because I think
they hate each other. They hate each other.
See, I think Holly, in a way, would start to like force him to like either you get softer,
right,
or you're gonna fucking hate coming to work every day.
I would put Minahan. I might put Minahan and Merloni together.
I think that'd be good
for a morning show. I would make the afternoon. I would get rid of Glenn Ordway's fat ass, and I would make the afternoon show. I don't hate
Glenn Ordway. I just think he's a little.
Or you keep
past.
Yeah, or you keep Glenn Ordway and you redo the big show with Holly Ordway and Fourier at the 2:00, and then the
Fourier would be like the Pete Shepard version of that.
Yeah, and then the afternoon I would do Mutt and
Mutt and Keefe. I hate Mutt.
You hate Mutt? I think him and Keefe.
See, I think his receding hairline drives me nuts.
Him and Keefe are great together because they know each other. They have great chemistry.
Yes, they do.
I don't like Mutt as a radio guy.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, see, I don't.
I do.
I think he's such a Kirk wannabe. It's ridiculous.
I think he's good.
Yeah, I don't like him. Like,
I actually like when Mutt and Kirk are together.
Yeah, but you can see there's like a I'm your owner, you're my pet relationship there.
Oh,
yeah. And Mutt's up for it. He loves it.
I don't think Mutt can carry a show. Mm-hmm. That's why I think you need to put
He's
him.
a great partner.
You need to put him with someone strong like Keith or with like Kirk.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because there's like so there's the Sporty R. McKenzie thing, right?
Yeah.
Kirk does.
Yeah.
They were making fun of because it was going to be a Kirk and Mutt show in the morning because Callahan had the day off. Right?
Yeah.
So like, oh god, I got Mutt in here, and then it was John Tomasi that was in with him. And they're talking to Curtis, the producer, and he's like,
I'd be happy if he never showed up.
Tomasi? Yeah, he's a dink. It's like, so Curtis is like, hey, Curtis, did you get Mutt's text yesterday? And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell this idea. He's like, it's so bad. He's like, this is so bad. This is the worst thing. He's like, when we come back from the break, I'll tell you Mutt's awful idea for tomorrow. So they go to break, they come back, and he's like, Sporty Arm McKenzie here. I love you. Go to break. And he comes back from the break, and he says, Mike had the freaking nerve to text me and say, hey, tomorrow, when it's just me and you, why don't we do Sporty Arm McKenzie and Champ O'Toole and do like a fake sports show as Sporty Arm McKenzie and Champ O'Toole as the other one. He's like, so he comes in the next morning and they let him tell him like, oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. That's great. That's a great idea. And Mutt starts the show. He's like, Champ O'Toole here, and I come to you from the Steve Struthers studios or whatever. Right? And he's like, and Kirk's like, what are you doing? And then just like totally aired him out, like let him go. And Curtis is like, yo, that's so screwed up. Like, I can't believe you let him dive in. But that was pretty funny. I just think Mutt is I just think he's such a copycat. He's such a ripoff. As much as I like Kirk, and I'm like, I wish I had that much hatred in my heart for anything. Like, I wish I was that angry. I don't know.
See, here's the thing. I have enough in mind,
right,
that when I hear other, like you were saying, it's when you're around negativity,
right,
it gets to the point where you're like, I just got to get it away from me. And I think that's why, like, when I watch a lot of these athletes, when I see like hypothetically, like you see like what's his name for freaking the Red Sox,
Price.
Well, Price or freaking Hanley or Pedroia. Like, dude, you are fucking, like, you're never gonna, if you have any sorts of fucking common sense, you're never gonna have to worry about a thing in your life. Financially, you are set for life.
Right.
You not playing enough?
Right.
Or you, like, I understand, like, you want to play because, like, you feel like but when you look at yourself and you're watching, you're not competing well enough,
right,
like,
hey, if you're going to compete against me, you better be willing to lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think a lot of these guys, like, they don't go out there go out and die on the sword. They're very like,
no warrior spirit.
Oh, I'll just wait and see what happens. Like, that's why I think, like, and that's why I brought up the whole thing earlier with fucking Jimmy G. Like, it's like, play for now, guys. Like, you don't have a long time to be here. Fucking play.
Yeah, no, I did.
Go out there and fucking win the game. That's the whole thing, anyway.
Yeah.
And then, like the fucking, like you were saying about how, like, the fucking Celtics, like, to switch to that, like, the Celtics, like, they don't have fucking Gordon Hayward.
Right.
They didn't fucking give up.
There's a website that I heard that, I think the 538 or whatever it's called.
Don't know.
583? I don't know.
One of those.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Someone, was it 11932?
Was there a 9? Did I catch your niner in there? You calling from a walkie-talkie? No, it was a cordless.
What was that combo lock? 1932? That's a little inside joke right there. So yeah, that just hit. So they did a report that said that after Gordon Hayward got hurt, that the Celtics would win 37 games this year. Go 37-42 or 30-45.
They're 34-10.
34-10 right
well,
now. So they got a real tough stretch coming up. They're going to go 3-35.
Their prediction could still go.
Right. Yeah, brutal. And also another funny poll. I was going to make this a mock talk, but I don't really have to play it. There was a poll that ran in Pittsburgh that said, would you rather beat the Patriots and lose the Super Bowl, or win the Super Bowl and not get to play the Patriots? Like, beat the Titans, right? This example. So would you rather win the championship without having to play New England, or would you rather lose the championship but at least have knocked off the Patriots?
Yeah.
48% of the fan base said that they would rather lose the Super Bowl and beat the Patriots than win a championship without playing New England. Unbelievable. That is an unbelievable thing to me. That's crazy.
I don't think I hate another team as much as other people hate the Pats.
Right. That is unfathomable.
I don't think I have that. Like, I hate teams.
Right.
But I don't think I have that much hate.
See, I don't have any hate for, like, actual teams. I have hate for coaches. I have hate for players.
Yeah, you have a list. We know.
Yeah, but my point is, like, even me, like, when I play Madden, I play with the fucking Cleveland Browns because I want to, like, revive the franchise.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
I like to play with the Bears or a bad team.
But that's my point.
I do a fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Just kind of everyone's on a level. You know what I mean?
But my point is, like, I like to... I don't hate, like, I love some of the fucking uniforms. And did you see, there was some website put out, like, all these different, what they want to do for, like, different, like, not retro, but, like, different types of helmets. Mm-hmm. Some of them are bad at, like, they had, like, 4 or 5 different types of helmets for each team. Mm-hmm. Like, the Chargers had one where it was, like, instead of a big lightning bolt, the whole helmet was like powder blue with lightning, but like looked like realistic lightning through the sky and shit. And it had, awesome. And then there was like, I think it was like the Bears had one where it was like the C in the front, but it had like some cool designs on the side. Like, and I was like, that's what they should do. Right. Become the fucking Boise State.
Right. Yeah.
Like, New England is so hard because when you look at their stuff, it's so. For whatever reason, it's so simple.
Right.
Even their old stuff is not like, it's like, guys, let's not say revamp the logo or whatever. Wow. Whatever you have to do. Yep. Whatever you have to do, but you got to do something to like make it so it's like the NFL's right now losing ratings anyway. Right. Their fucking stuff looks fucking half the time. Even these Color Rush jerseys, some of them don't even look great.
Right, like the Bills ones looks like the Patriots' old throwback reds.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, like, it looks like the same thing. And then a lot of them are just like, oh, they're just white. Or they're just whatever. And like, Seattle's is like, oh, it's wonky. It's like a highlighter.
I like it.
I like it, but it's also not like a good looking jersey. Like,
the Raiders are like just white, but I think they look cool because
those do look
white one,
right, with like the black trim, the silver trim. Yeah. I like that. I like the Patriots navy blue ones. It's simple. I think it's a good looking uniform. But it's simple.
I do actually.
I think
really
it's
like.
Well, I think what it is.
I think that's their best looking uniform.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I feel like it's almost like. The only thing I don't like is the stripe on the shoulder.
Red stripe, yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think that looks stupid.
I think it looks cool.
I like it just because I think it would look weird if it was all navy blue. So I like that it breaks it up and brings colors into it.
It's just, to me, it's just for whatever reason.
Yeah,
like
that's your thing.
No, the 90s, they didn't look great either.
Right.
To get back to the thing that you just said about the Steelers thing.
Yeah.
That's such a loser franchise mentality.
It is, right? I just couldn't believe that. Almost basically half your fan base would rather lose.
That's crazy. Well, when you brought up the perfect season, losing the perfect season, how many times do you hear any of especially Don Shula?
Right.
Oh, I'm glad they lost.
Right, yeah. Oh, they throw a fucking party.
Well, I just laugh because I'm like, you only won 12. Right. They won 18.
14. They won 17. They won 17.
Would you?
They won 14-0 in the regular season.
Would you give up
3 playoff games?
Would you give up the last 2 Super Bowls they won?
Yeah.
To win the undefeated season?
Probably.
No. I wouldn't.
So they would only have 4. They wouldn't have 5.
Yeah, probably.
But they would have the undefeated season.
Mm-hmm. I would say Brady's tied for the most.
Yep.
With the perfect season. That makes him the greatest, to me. He would be 4-0 in Super Bowls.
Yep.
There goes your Montana argument.
Yep.
Right? Brady would be the GOAT then. I know. But
I didn't say anything.
But to me, if you're 4-0, perfect season.
Yeah. And it's a perfect season and the best offense of all time.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Junior Seau gets a Super Bowl.
That's a tough one.
And then you win this year, and he gets 5.
He wouldn't be undefeated though, because
you would have lost the Giants one in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at that point you've already gone 4-0. Mm-hmm. You lose one, they wouldn't care.
Right.
Now, the Steelers have the most Super Bowl wins
they have 6
of any NFL team ever, right? Yeah. Their whole franchise has 6.
Right, and Brady's going for 6.
We have one player. We have one player who has 6.
That's a wild thing. Me and Kevin were going over this would be their 8th straight AFC championship, 7th or 8th.
Brady will have been in the Super Bowl. If Brady makes the Super Bowl this year, half the time he was in the NFL.
This will be
half the seasons he played in the NFL, he was in the Super Bowl.
That's a wild thing. Like, even
how is he not the greatest player of all time.
I was going to ask.
Half of the time he was in the NFL, he was in the biggest game.
I was going to ask you, because I know you said if he wins this one, you'll say he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
What about makes it? Because if going to 8 Super Bowls is a wild accomplishment.
Hold on.
I know.
I don't want to do it. Hold on. If your argument for the greatest of all time, and I know you're a Marino guy, if your argument for the greatest of all time is that it's Dan Marino, it can't be rings based, correct?
Yeah.
So then how does Brady winning another Super Bowl make him the greatest then?
Because it's not lack of a better word at this point, because everybody's like, oh, he wins the 5th. It's null and void. It's null and void. He's obviously the greatest. I'm like, yeah, but everybody's talking about how it's the revenge tour. I want to see him play a season where it's not, hey, I'm coming back from this. I'm doing this.
He won the first 3 that way.
He also, I don't, and I understand everyone's going to fucking shit on me. He didn't deserve all the MVPs that he got.
No, Troy Brown probably deserved one.
I think, and I know Dave fucking disagrees with me.
Even say a fucking kicker deserves the MVP.
He does.
No.
He does.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Just for you at home, I had to walk away.
No.
So I'm just breathing, pacing real quick. You guys are go ahead.
He deserves it.
No.
He deserves an MVP.
Oh, I forgot when he kicked an 80-yard field goal. Did he kick an 80-yard field goal? Did he kick from the 20?
How many Super Bowls did he win you?
Did he kick from the 20?
How many Super Bowls did he win you?
Yeah, how many Super Bowls did he win them? Because someone had to get him within range.
Did he kick the game-winning field goal, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Without the touchdowns before that kick made
No, but my point is,
I didn't realize when did he drive from the 20-yard line into field goal range?
So the last Super Bowl, that whole season's about Tom Brady. Tom Brady did everything great.
But using your logic, James White won that Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl? He should have won. Who won the MVP?
Brady.
Did he deserve it?
Yeah, I could see the argument.
I understand.
I could see the argument for James White, too.
That's my point.
I could never see an argument for a kicker.
Why not?
Because how many plays are in an average NFL game? Like 50,
80.
80? The kicker is on there for 3 of them.
So your point is, a guy that comes out on the field only 3 times a game
cannot win the most valuable player of the whole game.
So he does kickoffs as well. So you got to add those.
Congratulations, you kicked it out of the back of the end zone.
Okay, but this is back before those rules, so he wasn't kicking it out of the end zone. He's probably kicking it either into the end zone, and this is also back when they had Dante Hall returning fucking 108-yard returns for touchdowns. So my other point is, he's a guy that doesn't see the field much. He's not every play on the field, so you have to go out there on the biggest stage when all the fans, all the light bulbs are flashing in your eyes, and you have to kick a game-winning field goal. You have to fucking make it.
Yeah. You also do one thing.
Can you kick a field goal, Joe?
No, I'm not an NFL kicker.
My point is,
I also can't lead a team with a minute left, 80 yards down an NFL field against a team.
So you're saying that all those field goals that he especially the first fucking year, that field goal in the fucking snow.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's not the Super Bowl.
And then he won the Super Bowl for you.
Yeah, after Brady drove them. After Brady drove them against the greatest show on turf with less than 2 minutes left into field goal range.
So the greatest show on turf was their defense?
No, but
more than number 1 or number 2 ranked defense.
With John Madden, a historic coach in the NFL, saying they should just kneel on the ball with a second-year quarterback, he drove them down the field into field goal range.
Okay.
And so that, how long was that kick?
37.
A 37-yard. You want to give the MVP to a kicker for a chip shot? That's a chip shot.
So our kicker. So then, with that logic, you should fire our kicker. Never pay him another dime.
I agree.
He misses fucking extra points
all
the time.
Yeah, no, I hate that guy.
Yeah, Vinatieri's the great. I will honestly tell you, Vinatieri's the greatest kicker of all time. He doesn't deserve an MVP. No kicker should ever win an MVP.
Well, what if you win the game 3-0?
I still wouldn't give it to a kicker.
Woo! Defensive player had to hold up somewhere.
I still wouldn't give it to a kicker.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Especially not for a 37-yard field goal. If it was
the
like
only MVP that I think
Here's how a kicker,
that Brady should not have won is that one.
No, what's the one? No, Deion Branch actually won that one.
Deion Branch won the other one.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the only one that I think he shouldn't have won. He should have won the Seattle one. Right? Down 10 with 10 minutes left.
Yep.
Biggest Super Bowl comeback
of all time. Yeah.
I know a lot of people want to give it to Malcolm Butler.
Seattle,
he made one.
Seattle. And then Atlanta, even better, outdid himself.
Yeah.
Although, actually, no. That fits your argument. By your argument, Malcolm Butler should be the MVP of that game.
No, it doesn't, because
Yes,
it's
it
one
does.
play.
That's what a kick is.
That's
That's what a game-winning kick is.
But my point
Matter
is,
of fact, it's an even better argument, because what Malcolm Butler did is not what you're expected to do. You're not expected to get an interception. You're expected to make a 37-yard kick.
I'm sorry, check that. It was a 48-yard field goal for Super Bowl 36.
All right. The only way a kicker
Joe,
can win MVP
let's just put it this way. Fuck it. Never mind. I'm always wrong, Joe, right? I'm always wrong.
I didn't say that.
I'm always wrong, right?
I didn't say that.
Because that's every time I have a fucking opinion, I get shit on by
I
everybody.
didn't say that at all.
Every fucking time. My point is that Tom Brady has had help every fucking season.
I haven't
For
argued
everyone
with
to say Tom Brady does everything. He just fucking throws it all out there. It's all Tom Brady. He does everything. The wide receivers didn't make those fucking catches in those fucking drives. His offensive linemen didn't block those fucking defensive linemen.
For every quarterback.
Nothing.
You can say it for every quarterback.
Marino's wide receivers caught 5,000 yards from him.
My point is, if you look at those fucking stats, you guys want to. We're talking about a fucking MVP. Now you're talking about now you want to talk about Brady and fucking Marino. I'm talking about Super Bowl MVP right now.
All right,
Yeah.
Right. No, I got you.
All right. What about it?
He fucking won you 3 Super Bowls,
No,
man.
he didn't. He won you one. He won you one.
Because he kicked the final kick. That's what you're saying.
He won you one. The defense was on the field last for the Eagles won. So that one, the defense won. The Panthers won. They were up by 3 already. It wasn't a kick to win it, right? It was the same thing. It was a defensive end, another defensive ending. So he won you one. And that's the one I'm saying that I agree. I don't know if I would give the MVP to Vinatieri, but that's the one MVP that I would agree. Maybe Brady didn't because he was only like 180 yards passing. He wasn't great in that game. He put together one of the better drives to close the Super Bowl, absolutely. Not his best Super Bowl performance, not his worst. Definitely probably his worst.
So
MVP
you're saying
one.
a minute and a half wins you a fucking MVP? No, I'm talking to you, Joe. You wanted to bring up that point. It's one field goal. Well, it's fucking a minute and 30 seconds of someone's life.
But they had the lead. Like they were competitive all game.
No, but I'm talking about you're talking about the drive that he didn't deserve the fucking MVP. Well, it was a minute 30, and he only had 180 fucking yards passing. That's a fucking lights out fucking MVP Super Bowl.
No, listen, this is why you give it to Tom Brady. You can't give it to anyone. You can't give it to a single player on the defense because the defense is a unit. Unless someone has a crazy statistical game,
like 3 picks,
it's really hard to
sacks
do.
Whatever, yeah.
So if you could give it to a unit, then honestly the defense should have won MVP in that game against the Rams.
Right.
But you can't give it to a unit. You have to give it to a player. Either you give it to a kicker who's honestly... A kicker is expected to make a 48-yard field goal. I know it's on the biggest stage, under the brightest lights, but it's a 48-yard field goal. And Vinatieri's a great kicker. He's the best kicker ever.
So why not award the guy something when he does win you the game?
All right, so who had a better game? Tom Brady was 16 to 27, 145 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Right? Not a great game.
Game manager.
Underwhelming.
Yeah.
But against, I think, either the first or second highest rated defense in the league. Antoine Smith, 18 carries, 92 yards, no score. Troy Brown, 6 catches, 89 yards, no score. The only other score came from David Patton on 1 catch for 8 yards. So that was a Tom Brady pass.
So he's the best offensive player.
He was the best player on offense. And it's ugly, but someone's got to get it. You know what I mean?
That's why I think it's ridiculous when they say, "Oh, a defensive player shouldn't win a fucking MVP."
It's
not
hard
saying
to
you.
do.
I'm not saying
I know,
you.
it's just hard to do.
It's a pain in the balls to watch that.
Did Tuck get it in 07, 08?
You have to have a really good game
against the Pats.
He might have.
I think Tuck got it, right? Or he should have.
He might.
I can't remember. Strahan? I can't remember.
No, Eli has them both, I thought.
Eli does have them both. You're right. And that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it should have been Justin Tuck.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's hard to do for a defensive player. You have to have a great game.
Right.
You have to have an insane game.
I thought Tuck did.
Yeah. You have to have an insane game.
Yeah.
Most of the time, defenses are like. I honestly think if you were going to give an honest Super Bowl MVP, it should go to the entire Patriots defense against the Rams. But they can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
So
my question still stands.
It goes to the best offensive player, and it's just I don't think you can.
So then it should just be the best offensive player, and that's it, not the MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think
that's why the MVP. Like that's why when and this is I'm not going to start this fucking argument again. But this is why when you compare like anything when you talk about awards that are voted upon, I think they're bullshit. If you just take purely someone's stats, say Tom Brady's stats here, this person's stats here, who's a better player? Right. That's fine. Like that's the way it should be.
If you take the MVP as it stands, the most valuable player in that game is Tom Brady. The Patriots don't win the Super Bowl without Tom Brady.
Or whatever.
I mean, my question still stands. If he makes his 8th, does that make him the GOAT to you?
He said, yeah.
Oh, did he? I
didn't say that.
No.
Oh, you said if he makes it.
I said if he wins it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he wins it, right? But I mean, does an 8th Super Bowl appearance do it? Because that's a.
It's tough because I don't want to compare the two because they don't play the same game. But it's like my philosophy when people are like, I mean, how many times has LeBron been to the fucking finals?
Right.
And he's not the greatest? And I'm like, yeah, he's not.
Right.
So that's why, like...
He has like a losing record, though.
But my point is, you're going to have Brady being what?
He would be
5 and 3. 5 and 3?
Right. That's pretty great. I mean, I know what you're saying. Like, 6 and 2 is definitely better.
I think what it is the same way when I think of, like, having such a horrible backup. Like, I just, like, when I think of, like... those Super Bowls that he did lose, and that's like me being I'm a glass half empty kind of guy. Those weigh on me more than the fucking win, the last minute Butler catch. Like that's great, but watching those Super Bowls, that they lost,
right?
That's way harder.
But what kills me about those two, and you're right, losing them is way worse than winning.
They say all the time it's the ones you lose, the game. It's the plays that you fuck up, or the ones you lose you remember more than the good.
Yeah,
I know what you're going to say.
The bad versus the good.
Brady left the field.
Yeah,
with the
those
lead.
two. Brady always has help. The 2 Super Bowls he lost, he left the field with the lead.
Right.
His help lost him the game.
Yep.
And that's what's tough because he really could have 7.
Yeah,
right now, which is wild.
He left the
with
field.
2 minutes left.
He left the field with the lead.
But drove down, got the score they needed.
Yeah,
and not to like shit on that, but like the 18-1 season.
Yeah,
you had the best. You had the best.
Yeah.
No, but you had the best offense.
Yeah.
And it's not even that. How were you that close? Why did you even let them get that close? You should have had more points than that.
Right.
You already played them the last week of the regular season, so you knew what they were going to do to your fucking offense.
Yeah, but the problem is that they knew what you were going to do too, and their defense was just better.
No, my point is, at a certain point, and a lot of people say like Moss, if not the greatest top 3 wide receiver of all time, how does he not have like? And he did have. It's not like he went out there.
Quiet though, he was quiet.
But like it's just. It's
those. Candy,
I don't care. Eat it because me and Jackie aren't. But it's tough, man. Like it's that's why sports for me. It's like when people are like, "Oh, it's all pure this, pure that." I'm like, dude, it's more than that for me. I overthink every fucking thing.
I know there are holdouts in the Tom Brady GOAT thing. Like Aaron is one of them, but there's other people. Like Aaron's not alone in his.
No, right.
Who was it today? Chris Sims.
As a New England fan, I'm alone in this.
Chris Sims.
You're in rare air.
Chris Sims was on the radio today on Colin Cowherd saying that Aaron Rodgers is his greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah, that's a wild thing to me. Right. That's crazy.
If Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl this year, and I know Aaron already said he'd be on board.
Right.
Those people who aren't,
like everyone, it becomes like, how do you?
Like Aaron's thing is Tom Brady always had help. This year he might have.
This is the worst team.
The worst help he's had
if they win
because their defense is not good.
Right. This is the least talented team and going into the game. You know, I mean, like I know we like with Edelman.
They're the 27th ranked defense. I think.
I think if he ever won a Super Bowl, like hypothetically made it to this, even if he had made it to the Super Bowl with like the 06 team, how awful they were.
Right.
Those fucking bulgy-eyed bastards that they had as wide receivers.
Fucking close.
Yeah,
dude.
but he was.
But my point is, even if he went and lost that, like I'd have a like that. That's where he had like the least amount of respect. Mm-hmm. You have possibly, in all of our words, possibly the greatest tight end of all time.
Right.
You have a Hall of Famer as a tight end, and the way this nowadays offenses are done in the NFL,
right.
The tight end can go out there and essentially be the best wide receiver on the field, just from a different position. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I also disagree because you still have a guy that helped you win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they win both. Like their Super Bowl wins are without him.
No. I understand. No, I'm talking about like you have Butler. Like that, cemented. Like when like you brought up, like how he's one play. Like there's certain things. There's guys that you look at and you're like, but there's a lot of those players that are gone too. Like a lot of these guys aren't guys that were on the team last year, and the ones that are, they're not studs. Right. Other than like I feel Butler and
I feel like if you go to any Super Bowl, the Super Bowl comes down to a play or two.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Yeah. And I mean, and it could just be in the third quarter that play happens.
Unless you're Denver.
Right. Yeah.
You just get blown out.
But, like, Pittsburgh, what would Roethlisberger be without Emmanuel Sanders dragging his feet on the sideline? You know what I mean? Like, catching the ball with time expiring. Was Emmanuel Sanders? Am I wrong? Or Santonio Holmes? Someone?
Santonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes catch. Yeah. Sorry. The Holmes catch on the sideline. You know what I mean? Like, where's... Now, Roethlisberger's got 2 rings. He's considered one of the greatest of our generation because of that. But Santonio Holmes made probably one of the best catches in the Super Bowl.
And nobody talks about him.
And if that happens, he has a losing record in Super Bowl.
Right. He'd be 1-2. Right.
See, what screwed him, it's the same thing with like, what helped, like, I want to say, like, what helped Plaxico is he had a horrible, like...
Oh, wait. Was it Plaxico?
No, he didn't make that catch. No.
I'm talking about like comparison. Like Holmes didn't stay with Pittsburgh. Like the next year, went to fucking New York, and was just awful.
Right,
because their teams were awful.
Yeah, Plaxico shot himself in the leg.
And then what I'm saying, like Plaxico was not good in Pittsburgh, went to New York, and found himself. Won a Super Bowl.
Right.
Shot himself.
Right.
Got himself kind of out of the league, and then came back. But like. It's a lot of guys. The reason why, like a person like him, like a Holmes, people don't talk about him is because he did that one play and then he just kind of fizzled out. It's the same thing. Tyree,
Right.
Dude, that motherfucker is not. It wasn't in the league 2 years later.
Right. Yeah. That was true. But that's what I mean. Like, so Malcolm Butler going into that situation could have very easily become that.
Yeah.
Undrafted free agent. You know what I mean? Like, kind of played a little bit throughout the year, rotation guy. Comes in, makes the play.
There was almost,
he could have completely fizzled out.
We almost got Tyree again.
If they didn't cut
Darrelle
Revis that year, you know what I mean? Is that now we're not going to take that option. We're going to go with Malcolm Butler first. Remember, a lot of pitchers like, he's your number one guy? Yeah. Like, okay, we get it. He made a great play. He was a undrafted free agent that we didn't really see a lot last year, and he made the stick as the nickel corner. He made the stick. He made the play. You're letting go of Revis and Browner, and he's it? This secondary is going to blow. Come to find out, he was an all-pro corner. He's a really good player. Whatever. It worked out. Belichick does Belichick things. Whatever. That always works out. But he could have been Santonio Holmes. He could have been David Tyree. You know what I mean?
We don't talk about it because they ended up winning that Super Bowl.
But he gave up the.
And the thing is, he didn't give it up. They almost got Tyreed. Right. He swatted the ball.
Right.
And it tipped off and landed on the guy who was already on the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
And one of the most crazy, dumb luck.
Yeah. Right.
Stupid catches,
catch.
Even got them into scoring position.
Right.
Yeah.
But no one talks about that.
Yeah. What was it? Was it Mario Manningham that made that crazy catch?
Right. Yeah. Great throw. Good catch.
Yeah. Went to San Francisco, vanished.
Right.
A lot of these guys take off and they don't. And I think that's the difference with the Patriots is, yes, we have Tom Brady, but like a lot of these players, the ones that buy in, like a Brown that are just like, listen, I'll do whatever the fuck you want. Edelman, I'll go out and play corner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever gets me on the team, because I know this team will do anything to win.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of players, they want that. Once they get that ring, it's done. I think that's why it's so, for a lot of players, a lot of people that hate Tom Brady, to give him the GOAT, is because at that point you can say, the guy just keeps going back.
Right.
Like, he lost 2 heartbreakers and then won 3 more, and he got kicked out of he got essentially told he can't come back for a couple weeks last season. He goes back, wins the Super Bowl, and then whatever, man. Like, if you go back and win this year when it's not Deflategate, it's not the revenge tour as everybody kept saying.
Right.
It's Tom Brady's out there playing.
Right.
And he doesn't have Edelman. He doesn't have his quote-unquote binky. He has a tight end that's possibly one of the greatest, but he's banged up a lot. He doesn't help you win Super Bowls.
Right.
That's the other part that's like that would fit into what you're saying, Joe. Like he hasn't had a lot of help.
Defensively, I would say.
Well, defensively, even offensively, how bad were they at the beginning of the season? Like, it was so. And I know you were supportive of their at least the team. I was fucking like
nervous, really nervous.
I'm fucking eject button.
I knew they would figure it out. It just took an adjusting period to get like.
I mean, let's not forget Brady led the NFL in passing yards, and he had a really bad month.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So what does that mean for his first 3? You know what I mean? He was off to a hot start. But the team wasn't playing well.
The GOAT thing, it's like there's people, I would put you in that category, who don't give a fuck about rings. Like, their GOAT has nothing, like, whatever.
Right.
Like, I focus on play. That's why Aaron Rodgers, you're not saying that you say that, but that's why Aaron Rodgers is my greatest quarterback of all time. Because
better athlete, sure.
He has the best, most talent.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there are people who are like, no, it's strictly rings. I think the rational argument for it is somewhere in between.
There's a pie chart.
Yeah.
It is a combination of rings and postseason success and regular season statistics and dominance.
Right. And eye test.
Yeah.
I put eye test into that too. Like, being down 25-3 or 28-3 in the Super Bowl is not a good look. Yeah. Right. There's no other quarterback I'd rather have in that position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's because my eyes tell me. You know what I mean? Like, as it's happening, I can feel, all right, this team is turning around. All right, it's 28-9. It's 28-17. It's 28-24. Or, you know what I mean? Or 25, whatever. And you start to feel like, oh, my God, this is happening in the moment, in the very close moment. You know what I mean? And it's not about, certain what he did in the regular season or what he did in the playoffs necessarily. It's more just about the very simple, how does this look to you? Does this look good? Does this team look like a team that's or a quarterback that's ready to go? Yeah. So, so the eye test means a lot to me too. There.
Yeah, like anyone who watches Aaron Rodgers goes, oh, that's a fucking great quarterback. You can watch him and know it.
Well,
but the thing is, as much of it as a team sport, there's a reason that. As much that it's a team sport, there's a reason that he can't get it done. Like, he's a great quarterback, but I know he doesn't have as much help as the Patriots. His coach isn't as good. Eventually, you have to elevate. You know what I mean?
Right.
My dad says it all the time. Terry Bradshaw, he's not a great quarterback.
No, he was not good.
Right.
And he's like, but he's got how many rings?
Yeah,
like my dad's,
rings, right?
But that's what my dad says. Like, he had
help, best
had like probably the best defense of all time. Almost everyone on that defense is a Hall of Famer.
Right,
yeah,
right.
It's a combination. You need a combination.
I think that's why. That's probably one of the best arguments.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you are
a terrible engineer. I'm sorry.
Probably one of the best. That's why Tom Brady has one of the best arguments for the greatest of all time, for the simple fact that he hasn't played with a lot of Hall of Famers.
Right.
He really hasn't.
2 on offense. Maybe 3 if you count Welker.
Yeah, maybe.
And
Welker's one of those things.
It's on the fence.
It's a fringe player, yeah. I think Gronk will be a Hall of Famer. Moss will be a Hall of Famer.
And Gronk is like, we're putting him in the Hall of Fame, assuming his career plays out.
Right.
If Gronk never plays another game,
he might not be.
He's
a fringe player, too. Yeah,
he's a fringe player.
Right. Definitely most dominant tight end of his era.
Yeah.
For sure. But does that, like we talked about before, he has 69, or no, what was it? He's got like 70-something touchdowns, 80-something touchdowns now, whatever.
Like close. A very short amount.
And like 70 games or 90 games or something real dumb. We did this a couple weeks ago, but...
like two Hall of Famers on offense and
3 or 4
Ty
on defense,
Law?
tops. And if you consider like Revis, Law,
some of those...
Rodney Harrison.
Moss was essentially for 1 year.
Right,
Revis was 1 year.
Right, that, like legitimately 1 year. Rodney Harrison...
No, he's not a Hall of Famer yet.
Not yet. No, I think he'll be in, though.
I mean, maybe. You know what I mean?
Like, Brewski, is Brewski going to be a Hall of Famer?
No. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I mean,
he's a great Patriot player.
There's a lot of guys that are in the Patriots Hall of Fame that Tom Brady will have played with.
Willie McGinnis.
Yeah.
Great player, just never going to be.
But they won't. Like, even Vince Wilfork is probably a fringe Hall of Famer just because of his position.
He might, for the simple fact of, like, I think people can look at him and go, he was a dominant defensive tackle.
It's just hard for
nose tackles are rare in there, but I think that, he just had such an era of being the best.
And also an era of where there were
other ones,
nose tackles, and he's the one that everyone talks about.
Does he have like? Is there like a no? I mean, outside of Darrelle Revis, we had for 1 year. Would you say he has another no doubt Hall of Famer? Ty Law.
Yeah,
that's it.
I think Ty Law is going to get in this year.
Yeah, so Ty Law and Darrelle Revis we had for 1 year.
Right.
On defense, and
Lord Malloy won't get in,
and on offense, he has 2 no doubt Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's very similar to how...
And then Vinatieri.
And neither of them were at the same time.
Vinatieri will be. And Gostowski will be one, too. As much as we hate him right now because he's missing extra points like crazy, the dude has every fucking record.
Yeah.
Like, kicking record is ridiculous.
He will probably be.
Like, most consecutive extra points made. Fucking, he's got some... Which is just funny
now. It's funny to laugh at now.
Right. He's gonna hold that record forever.
I feel like Belichick fucked him up. When Belichick started asking him to drop the ball at the goal line on the kickoffs,
my boss thinks the same thing.
I think it fucked him up. I really do, because that's exactly when he started struggling.
He brought that exact point up to me. That this is ever since they started fucking dropping the ball right there, and I'm like, it's funny. It's just the same thing.
It changes his stroke.
Right? Yeah.
It's not a full kick.
It's the exact. I mean, go look at the time. It lines up almost perfectly.
Yeah.
They changed that rule.
Yep.
Belichick has him start dropping the ball right there, and he starts missing extra points.
It's just something weird. All right, let's get into the predictions.
Oh, shit.
It's only 4 games.
All you got to do is make a decision. That's it.
Take a look inside my crystal ball.
Before we do that, I want to do a social media second. I want to do a box talk.
Yeah, we should just separate this into a whole separate podcast. We did like a podcast and a half.
Fucking 2 hours on fucking... I was like, hey, guys, we got nothing every time. Every fucking time. Hey, we got nothing to talk about this week. Let's go nuts. Let's do it. All right, so Aaron won the week.
I don't know.
You went 3 out of 4.
I didn't hear
you.
I didn't do good.
If you listen to it, I feel like, and I'm not going to say like I called it.
Right.
I was like, the one game that could change
right.
is the Rams.
I like doing that a lot too. Not like intentionally, but it's like I'm always like, I don't know. I really like the Eagles this game, but I'm going to take the Falcons or whatever. Yeah. And then the next week, I'm like, I told you. I was so close.
Yeah, I did that. I definitely feel like
I'm going to couch all my picks this week. Just be like, I really like this team, but I'm going to go with that one.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna, and then
that way at the end, I'd be like, I was right. I was right.
I should just, if I just followed
next week.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So, right now, I'm out of the running, which is fucking bullshit. Okay.
I think at this point,
I called my shot. Okay, that's bullshit. No, I think Joe is up.
I've pretty much conceded the
9-6 to 3.
Yeah, I think I've kind of conceded to it.
Yeah.
I gave you the hat, a nice Super Bowl hat from last year.
It's not what the bet was,
but it's still a nice new era hat.
Really nice
I'm happy with the hat.
Okay, I'll get you.
I just figured because this week I've been working crazy hours. I haven't. They were closed when I got home, so I was like,
I'll get you a grinder next week. We'll call it even.
All right.
So,
what do we got for this week?
This week, Atlanta at Philly. It's the 4:30 game on Saturday.
As much as I think Atlanta's broken, it's fucking.
They're the favorite.
I know.
As a 6 seed,
I'm going to take Atlanta.
They're the favorite.
You know what pissed me off so much is 2 weeks ago, last time I talked to you guys. Seattle wins that fucking game. Atlanta's not in the playoffs.
Yep.
I said it the week after the Super Bowl. They're broken. They're not going to make the playoffs next year. Yada. I was a fucking Seahawks game away from being correct about that. Now I'm not. So there's fucking that.
I wanted to pick them last week. I'm going to pick them this week. And this is when they're going to fucking fail me.
Right.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Go with Falcons. All right. I think the Eagles are at that point where Nick Foles is a really good backup. But
I don't know.
I think Matt Ryan's the best quarterback on the field, and I like taking the best quarterback.
I'm going to go with Atlanta too.
Yeah. Man, I hate that. But then I also said to Kevin, I think he was on the Day Speaks, I said like, hey, let Atlanta Pats rematch Rip their fucking heart out. Double broken. They're not going to make the playoffs next year. Fuck them.
Well, it would be terrible for the NFL if like Atlanta and the Pats just keep making the Super Bowl.
Oh God,
against each other, just like.
And the Pats just like
Atlanta
30-0. Here we go. Falcons up. And it's like doom 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 doom.
They just start playing in the stadium.
Oh God.
So the 8:35 game, or 8:15 game on Saturday, Patriots are hosting the Tennessee Titans.
Patriots.
Yeah, I go Patriots. I said I was like let me think about it.
Aaron has to pick the Titans. We're in the playoffs.
I'm gonna need that. Titans.
I picked them last week.
He already won.
Right?
I'm gonna need that Titans.
I picked them last week, Dave. I picked them last week.
I hear you. All right. I'm gonna go 38-13.
Was it 38-13?
Yeah, such a good score. Thank you. Mariota does catch a touchdown pass thrown by himself today.
No, he doesn't.
You're calling your shot.
Calling
Dave.
my shot. Mariota goes 2 for 2.
I'm gonna go 35-16.
Not bad. I thought you were going to say 1 for some reason. I really thought you were just going to hold up at 1.
35-2. 35-2.
35-2. Pats win.
A drop kick.
As soon as you started, you're like 35. I was like, he's going to say 1. I don't know why I felt that way.
What did Dave say?
He said 38-13.
I'm going to go 31-17.
That's good. That's a good one, too. I like that.
I almost said 17, so I'm glad I took 16. Didn't force you.
I like those scores are all pretty. I think they're pretty good.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
That would be 14 points. Take the Vegas.
Yeah.
Right on the
money,
yeah.
you fucker. Yeah.
What was it? All right, so the Sunday night at 1:05 p.m.
Yeah.
Jacksonville at Pittsburgh.
That's at 1?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm real happy now.
The second game's at 4:40, so
I might just go to a bar and watch that game.
There you go. Nice. Get a Happy Jacks? Throw some wings out in
I
the
don't
parking
think
lot?
I'm allowed at Happy Jacks anymore.
just don't say that you're part of the B.S.
Steve
Nerds.
Nope, that lady knew. I went back
knows.
in and talked to
Oh,
her.
did she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
after, before we recorded that
He specifically
podcast.
like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I had to go
We'll
take
see.
a piss and
Yeah.
had a conversation with her before we
She'll
recorded.
know.
Oh boy.
She was all jazzed.
I'll
Like,
go
you
up-
guys are the guys.
I'll show up there with like a fake mustache.
You gotta do the nose, glasses, mustache thing. The Grinder Guru outfit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Steelers.
Really?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna go Steelers. Hey, what do you think of the fake news ESPN reported about Mike Mitchell? See that?
No.
Mike Mitchell, Steelers player, says, I don't care if we play him in hell, we play him in Haiti, we play him in New England, we're going to beat the Patriots. And ESPN was like, how the hell is he talking about this now? You still got to beat the Jags. Da, 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 da. That quote came from after the time they played.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It didn't happen this week.
Yeah.
And that it was like an interview later. He's like, I don't care. Because they were talking about,
Yeah, they just
now you lose home field, you're going to have to play
fake,
New England.
Fake news.
Right, yeah.
Fake
yeah.
news.
I was like, oh, ESPN strikes again. Fucking, just the worst fake
So,
made up shit.
So now we're supposed to believe them when the Pat story
Right,
hits.
exactly.
But
right. Oh, that one's real. but yeah, no, we got the Mike Mitchell one wrong.
I'm going to...
I think the best tweet of the day was someone quoted that quote.
Yeah.
Retweeted it and said, it's funny that you didn't say you'd beat him in Pittsburgh. Because like, you didn't do it there. So
I'm going to take the Jags.
it's not a bad
They've
pick.
already beaten the Steelers.
So, and yeah, Roethlisberger threw like 5 picks. I think that was a fluke day. That's why I'm sticking with the Steelers, but that's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all.
I'm actually going to rock with you. I'm going to go with the Jags too.
Nice.
I just think they have a good running game, and like
They do. No, they
their
do.
quarterback is the biggest question mark.
I think
He's going to lead the team in rushing.
He probably will.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
I think it's-
Fournette
I
had a
think
good
it's-
game last time.
I think it's a different game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a 5 interception. Big Ben implodes on himself.
No.
That was puke on your shoes type shit.
Yeah,
Like, that was
Big
nuts.
Ben will have an interception, but probably only one.
Yeah.
But-
So what's his name? Who's the corner?
Bouye?
Ramsey,
Ramsey. That they're
Oh,
like.
Ramsey, yeah.
but
Is there a better...
Shazier is gone.
Oh, that's a difference too.
Yeah.
And Fournette is there.
Right.
Did you see the report that he
play football again?
Well, no, that he's getting all the feeling back and whatever.
Oh, it's good. Oh,
yeah,
good.
he's feeling.
Did you hear the report?
His father said that he's getting feeling back in his hands and his feet
awesome.
and shit again.
How about Ryan
him.
Shazier? None of us really expected him to play football again.
Right.
But what about Cliff Averill and Cam Chancellor might never play football
again. I did see that too.
Because of neck injuries.
Really?
Boom. Like the Seahawks might be gone.
Cam Chancellor's not even 30, I don't think.
Right? He's right around there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 28 or 29.
That's crazy. The Legion of Boom done.
Yeah, dude, over.
That's what I was saying. I think their window is gone.
It might be gone already.
Oh, wow.
You have no Cam Chancellor?
He is the boom.
Yeah, that's there goes the boom. Yeah. Richard Sherman is already you can see his decline.
Right. Richard Sherman was the Legion. Earl Thomas was the of, and then Thomas was the boom.
Yeah.
Because he was the wood layer. So
no, I didn't hear that. Wow, that's crazy.
That's tough. That's too bad. I like
That's
Cam Chancellor.
That
I
was
always
from
liked Cam
Pete
Chancellor
Carroll.
so much.
Pete Carroll is the one who said that. I don't even know if they're going to be able to.
That's
play
sad though, because there's been other players that have done it.
Shouldn't have traded Garoppolo.
It's just watching it. He's going to beat him in the Super Bowl next year.
Exactly.
He's going to go to the Seahawks. He's going to be their backup quarterback, just in case Russell Wilson gets hurt.
Told you, you could have figured it out. Now we got Russell Wilson, Garoppolo.
They actually just run a 2-quarterback system and alternate. They alternate series.
Garoppolo, new strong safety for the Seattle Seahawks.
I think you go out and sign that kid go out and draft that kid from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He just lines up as a wide receiver half the time and as quarterback half the time. Just get another dual.
Mayfield.
Just get another dual threat quarterback I
like that.
like a Pat White.
I like that trending topic where it was Baker Mayfield's going to be Pat White again. Double Pat White reference, the same episode, like it. They were Baker Mayfield's going to make a great wide receiver for the New England Patriots.
They're showing him running routes and shit.
And I was wouldn't be surprised.
No, he's going to go way too early in the draft for that.
Right.
They need a. I don't know what's Grambling State. What's their quarterback up to?
or Bowling Green.
Yeah, Bowling Green.
Green.
What, hey, how's your guy? How's he?
Okay, and then the last game.
I think Grambling State is a black college.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
so that they wouldn't draft their quarterback.
I'm
just saying he couldn't be a slot receiver.
No, you know.
He's black.
Definitely not a slot
receiver.
Deion Branch, Troy Brown?
No, he could. No, I mean, one of my friends, he went to a, as you said, it's a black college. But he said that if you're the minority, you can actually get
HBC, historically black college. Is that what they call it?
I think so.
Yeah.
He went to a school in Alabama that was all black college, and he said that basically if you're a minority, you actually get the same benefits as say you're the minority, a black person going to Yale or Harvard.
Yeah,
or whatever.
It's not like that white people can't go. It's just
it's just very. They're usually the kicker. That's usually what it is.
Where did Adam Vinatieri go to school? Anyone know? Brown?
I don't know.
Maybe who knows?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know where he went.
Fuck. Does anyone care?
I did. I did know.
No. All right. So the last game, the Saints at the Vikings, the 0-1 Patriots.
I'm going Vikings. I'm going Vikes. I think they're going to get the home game.
Fuck.
Ever since we said that, every goddamn time I talk about it, Joe planted the shitty seed in my fucking
Is
head.
it bad if I want to go against my own seed?
Do it. Go nuts. Do it nuts. Go nuts.
I don't know. Hold on.
I actually really like the Saints in this game.
Yeah,
but
the Saints are good.
I don't like the Saints on the road, and
but they're
like
in a
the
dome.
Vikings at home. Yeah, they're in a dome.
But I've heard that dome is fucking loud
It
now.
is real loud.
And the Vikings average points allowed per game at home
It's 8.9 or something.
It's 11.
11. Okay, yeah. I saw that same thing.
That's insane.
That's wild.
This is a tough one for me.
That's a tough game.
I'm gonna go Vikings too. Yeah, fuck it. 0-1 Pats.
If they beat the greatest show on turf.
Well, the Pats aren't the greatest show.
The greatest show on quicksand.
Maybe
get stuck sometimes.
Maybe if Edelman was there, I would feel way worse about this.
Yeah. They're the greatest show in a swimming
pool.
Where
was that Super Bowl?
They move and don't swim.
The 0-1 Super Bowl. Where was it?
Was that
Arizona? Houston?
I'll look. Gotcha.
I'm going to say, I want to say the Saints.
I do.
Not because I want to pick against you guys. I don't want to pick
a good matchup.
It's not fuck them. I'm going to get a win here. Yeah. It's
that's a really good matchup.
No, I actually really like the Saints.
The Saints are and when I look at their receivers, even though they have Thomas, their second best receivers, Ted Ginn Jr.
To me, which
is horrible.
Where's Willie Snead? Is he hurt still?
He's there, but
he hasn't
because he got such a late start in the season because he was suspended. He just kind of fell out of favor.
Yeah.
I know where this fucking game was.
That, and they have those dual fucking running backs
Yeah.
that love each other.
New Orleans.
Was it?
I fucking knew that was New Orleans. Yeah.
Man, I'm going Saints. Fuck it.
Yeah. Dude, that's the problem. Drew Brees doesn't have to be nuts anymore.
No.
I just think
They're still good on the road because you just fucking Kamara in.
Well, that's the
Kamara
thing.
That defense for the
Their
Vikings
defense
are
is so good.
I know.
Like and how New Orleans defense.
That
like,
is
I'm
kind
almost
of-
talking myself out of it, but fuck it.
That's what kind of scares me for the Pats.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. It's such a long podcast, but there's so much. We haven't been here in 2 weeks, so there's so much.
Yeah.
Did you see the report from Manish Mehta?
Which one?
Manish Mehta is the guy from the New York Daily News. He's like a Jets
Oh, the
writer.
Belichick's going to the...
No. It wasn't even a report. He tweeted this thing like, fucking Pats, unbelievable. So lucky. Their fucking potential road to a Super Bowl this year
Oh.
could be
Mariota,
Bortles, Keenum, or
right.
Foles. And I was like, yeah, or it could be Mariota, Roethlisberger, Breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Just
Convenient you chose those three.
yeah.
or Matt Ryan.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Breeze or
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like what the fuck?
he was just like, he tweeted like, well, Pats always get so
Oh,
lucky.
yeah,
Just like,
tomato can fucking thing.
yeah, just
right,
like,
right.
oh, you just chose the three worst quarterbacks.
Right. And also, let's do that. Steelers have a really good defense.
Yeah.
Right. And the
Jags have-
Vikings or the Jags, like let's play his quarterbacks, right? Bortles, Jags pass defense.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the issue. And then they would go to who do you say? Breeze?
No, Keenum.
Better pass defense.
At home.
Right, at home.
Yeah.
So, yes, then you have to play
Now,
the Vikings.
so here's the play:
Jags
the Vikings,
defense.
who are the number one defense in the NFL, and then the Vikings at home,
Right.
who are like the top 3 defense in the NFL,
Right.
at home.
Yeah. So
In the Super Bowl.
It's funny that you're focusing on the quarterback.
Yeah.
When their defense,
They're gonna have to
are
go
the
through
best
two of the
defenses
top
left
5
in the
defenses in the
Right,
NFL.
Right. Yeah.
And
they're
the
like
Eagles too. The other quarterback,
Right.
The Eagles, I'm pretty sure have a top 5 defense.
top 5 defense, right? And if you went Keenum, Bortles, Mariota, or let's say Bortles, Keenum, because we have to play Mariota.
Yeah.
You're talking about the 2 best defenses left in the NFL,
And one's at home in the Super Bowl,
In
in the biggest game
in the
ever.
fucking Super Bowl. Yeah, unreal. I did see that report.
I was like, what?
such a dink.
How can you be allowed to do that?
That's true. Well, guys, it was nice seeing you.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And we got actually, you know what?
Pause.
Pause it. I would like to apologize for that.
Would everybody please stand for the B.S.N. Network's weekly State of the Network?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. You may now take a seat.
I was like, oh fuck.
It's like going to church.
Just God damn it. All right. And I wish we live videoed our podcast because they both actually stood. So that was incredible.
You could actually probably hear us sitting down.
Yeah, that was, a little shuffling, buffling. Great week for the 4-Star Sports Bar review this past week.
Yep.
Got over like 100-something views on YouTube.
Oh, damn.
It was a big week.
Oh, damn.
Joe, you have some news about your state of the record? What's the record state?
Set the record straight.
Set the record straight.
Set the record straight with Joe.
Set the record straight with Dave and tell him what the name of the show is.
Set the record straight with Joe will be debuting the first week of February, whatever day we decide.
Are we going to pick up with the Joe
Tuesday?
Spins for Tuesdays?
So the first Tuesday in February will be the debut of Set the Record Straight.
It's 2 days after the Super Bowl, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So February 6th?
Sounds about right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that will be the debut of Set the Record Straight.
Boom, boom.
And
know
I'll
what that
also
noise
be launching a Set the Record Straight Instagram account
Yes. I like that.
to go along with it. So
Nice.
keep your eyes
news.
out
That was good
Excited.
news.
for Set the Record Straight.
And then you can start saying, I put out a podcast.
Again.
Like,
It's
there you
like
go.
that.
You can start doing that again. I don't have much this week, so Aaron,
You had a good episode. I liked your last episode.
Which one?
Of
The
Dave
last
Speaks.
of Dave Speaks.
Oh, Dave Speaks. Okay, yeah. I know.
I mean, obviously, I like the
Oh,
4-star,
yeah,
but
that podcast.
yeah,
I do.
no, but
Which
no,
one-
Dave
which one is
Speaks.
it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You do like 10. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, Dave.
I
and then you
forgot.
make appearances on other ones. I get it. Dave.
So busy.
Like you're going to do this weekend. So I get it. I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
Which is the
wait
perfect-
for your other Jersey podcast.
perfect segue.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. That's a good one.
God damn it, delete that
yeah,
one
I
too.
know. Just yeah. Yeah, no, that was a good one. That was a good talk. That was fun, and I was really fired up about like the article. And
Yeah,
there's a point in the article.
We didn't even talk.
I know we never really got to that. One thing I do want to address on that I'm not sure if I hit on Dave Speaks or not, but there's a timeline issue, which like we talked about a lot. There's a bunch of holes, but the story starts out with. It was like a cold afternoon, and Tom Brady yelled at his offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, after throwing an interception. And it tells the whole story. It's this whole diatribe about how McDaniels and Brady had this argument, and Brady snapped, and he's been so angry this year. But then later in the story, it's like after they traded Garoppolo, Brady was liberated. He was back to himself, and other players were saying that he seemed like a different guy. But once Garoppolo was gone, he feels so much better. But the pick and argument with McDaniels took place after Garoppolo was traded.
Yeah.
So which one is it? Was he happy and he's back to himself, or
I feel like you mentioned that
I might have
somewhere.
Yeah, and it's annoying.
Yeah, Wicker
scam.
scam.
Yeah, Wicker scam. Right. Wicker sham.
He's the same.
Right.
He's the guy who wrote about the warm Gatorade in the fucking CBS Zone has a special screen that only Belichick can see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is true.
Patriots staffers,
but I don't think that was a plan. Right.
Told to go through.
What did you think of
all
the
sorts of shit.
Tom versus Time documentary? I'm just kidding.
I am the storm.
I am the storm. Aaron, you got a big week coming up. I'm excited about this, so go nuts.
I got a huge in our world,
right,
of wrestling. Got a big interview. The man, the myth, the legends. It's plural because there's two of them.
Double interview.
Yeah, double interview. The buffest of the buff, Two Buff and Buff Dad will be on WECP this week.
I cannot wait for this.
Or as I call it, Wekpa.
Wekpa. The Wekpa.
Yeah.
Wekpa.
It's just unreal to think, like, I remember we interviewed Mr. Spellmont, and that was a huge get for us. Obviously, our other interviews, huge.
Right.
But nobody as buff as Two Buff.
That's true.
Nobody is as buff as
and just to be able to like actually confront Buff Dad about the snub at last year's WrestleFest. I'm bringing it up.
How is the interview being done? Is it like over the phone?
Yeah,
or is
phone.
it
phone. Yeah. I believe he's going to be contacting Jerry.
Nice. Okay.
Jerry's been in contact with Two Buff, kind of letting Jerry to feel like, this is his too. It's not just me, because he was talking to his cousin about, possibly doing a podcast.
Right.
His cousin was like, well, what do you do? And he's like, I don't know. Like, Aaron does it all. And I just kind of show up, talk, and then get out of there.
That's how I feel about the show.
Yeah.
I just kind of show up.
Just come.
Yeah. And like that. So I said to him, I was like, let him feel like he's a little bit of the, learn how to make the sausage, kind of, to use that analogy.
Right.
Learning how to put it together.
Right.
And I'm excited for this week.
Me too.
We're also going to talk a little bit about afterwards. We're probably talking a little bit about the Rumble.
Yep.
And with Two Buff.
No, I mean I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But I also want to talk to him about like. I got a lot of questions I got to ask.
Nice, yeah.
And I'm going to write them down so I don't, ask a question that Dave asks or Joe or Jerry asks. So just try to go that way. And I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't probably sound too much in my voice that it's been a long week. Been working swing shifts. Been a long show. I've yelled at people.
Right.
I thought you were going to kill me at one point. I was really afraid.
I'm telling you. I'm just,
you're probably wanted for murder. You might want to lay low for a while.
But
I was keeping my hand really close to this bowl, just in case I had to guard my face.
We'll shield himself.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a long week, but I am seriously stoked about it. Jerry found a new figure store that he's really excited to talk about. That he found.
It was raking.
Yeah, he did pretty well this week. I posted up some of his photos. He wants me to post a video. I'll tell you about it later, but I'll have a conversation with him.
NSFW? What kind of video is this?
No, nothing too inappropriate.
Does it seem like I just learned the term NSFW? Because that's also two NSFW references. There's two Pat Whites and two NSFWs.
Yeah, it's a little weird, Dan.
2 times the not safe for work, 2 times the Pat White.
I didn't just learn it, but I feel like a guy. I feel like I sound like a guy who just learned the term and is now using it. Like, oh no, I know what it is. Just like I've been
use it. You should go buy a lotto ticket.
NSFW.
2 times the not safe for work, 2 times the Pat White.
There you go. That works. That works.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be a good week. I have some other ideas from other stuff, so it's gonna be fun.
It's good. Yeah, I'm pumped about that show. And it's good. It's good.
You're possibly going to be on it. I'm not going to say you are.
I am. I will be.
Okay,
you're going to be there.
Not possibly.
I no longer have any ties that day. I'm not busy that day anymore, so I'll be here. Couple other things too. You mentioned Jerry's cousin.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nick. Reached out to him, Nick. He goes by Nicola, right? Or I don't know if he goes by. That's his Facebook name.
That's his real name, but he to shorten it up, it's Nick.
They call him Nick. So
Cousin Nick.
Cousin Nick.
Kind of like Cousin Vinny.
He's not my cousin, but I like that name, and I'm going to call him Cousin Nick going forward.
Cousin Nick, yeah.
He does a mixed martial arts coverage website and like Facebook blogging type situation. He gets a lot of interviews done, creates a lot of content in that realm, that world. He's got a pretty good reach in there, too. We've talked on and off for the last few days. He kind of sent me a video that he recently did of an interview, and he's like, I just wanted you to see what I'm talking about, whatever. And he's well done. And
Jerry gets ringside seats with him. They go down and he takes photos for him while he does the interviews and stuff. He sits next to the ring girls.
That's awesome.
At all the MMA fights at Foxwoods and Mohegan.
Bellator and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I think we're going to try to see how we can implement what he does with what we do.
Yeah.
And in some world, I guess, like kind of make him a extended arm of the network in some way. You know,
our MMA correspondent, Cousin Nick.
Exactly.
There you go.
Perfect.
I like it.
That works really well. Chad Dizzle Davis, the aforementioned
Who?
Chad.
I'm not going to do that joke.
Right,
I'm not going to do that joke.
He's family now.
Yeah, now he's part of the network. So.
He will be doing a show. There's no title. There's no name.
I think it should stay that way.
It should just say
no title with Chad Dizzle Davis. That should be the name of the show.
The podcast with no name.
Yeah, the podcast with no name. Not bad.
I could do a remix of The Horse with No Name for an intro.
That's not bad.
Yep.
Not a bad idea. But yeah, he's working on a project that will be on the network. He's not leaving the Pass Half and Popcorn thing. He still does that. But he has been a promotion whore lately. He's all over the place doing some interviews.
That's a strong word.
Kevin and I are going to be going on Pint O Comics. No, Fistful of Jokes. Sorry, Fistful of Jokes podcast, not Pint O Comics. Fistful of Jokes. We're going to go do an interview there about the sports bar thing, how that started up or whatever. So,
what is Fistful of Jokes?
It's a podcast.
Another one that he does?
No. It's this guy Jerry.
Not our Jerry.
He's a stand-up comedian.
He's a stand-up comedian. Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian. He's a really funny guy. I
would hope so.
Saw Chad and Elizabeth and Liz Reed do a show with him, and Jerry Morgan is his name. Sorry, and I was watching. They do a Facebook Live.
Cousin
thing,
Jerry.
Whatever. Cousin Jerry.
Yep.
And,
what's the name of his podcast again?
Fistful of Jokes. And I was watching them go live. No.
Oh.
And I was watching them, and it was such a funny show. I was like, he never invited me. I was like, I really want to do this show. Whatever, right? So he was like, yeah.
Can you let me on?
Can you let me on? Yeah, like,
can you be on the show?
Like, just like, hey, I'm here. Just like, let me on. I'm in the back door. But he lives out on the other side of the state, so I think Kevin and I are going to try to buddy up and do a review somewhere out there.
Yeah,
and then stop by and kill two birds, kind of get a little long distance review done. That's a month or so down the road. But that's an early idea. So there was that noise, and we can't take it back. So yeah, we got Cousin Nick, Chad Dizzle Davis.
That's his name now.
Yeah, Cousin Nick. He's
Cousin
on.
Nick.
Chad Dizzle Davis, and also maybe implementing a female voice to the Boston Sports Nerds. A good friend of mine, Lauren McKenna, who used to do. I worked with her on another website. She's a really talented girl. She may start doing some audio recordings of topics for us to talk about, that we would submit to her, and
right.
she would come in, kind of break up the sound a little bit, so it's not just me hey, it'll help create some structure again. Not just oh, what did you think about this? What did you think about this? I'll play the drop. It'll be, hey, LeBron James scored 55 points against the Celtics this week. What do you think? You know what I mean?
Oh, like what the chick does on First Take, or
right, yeah, kind of so
she intros the segments, kind of.
Right. Yeah. So she'll pre-record those, and
that's a good idea, actually.
Right, yeah. So that might be a thing. Once we get all that finalized, then
That's a really good idea, actually. I'm big into that.
So,
and that might stop the podcast from going for 3.5 days.
2 hours and 27 minutes.
Days.
Oh my God, Dave.
Days. So,
sudden cut.
just let it in.